sleep. Actually, I've already slept, just a lot earlier than usual. Had to finish my Persona 4 video edit, which, by the way, is out now. So if you want to spend some of your minutes off the stream just to watch that, go and watch that. But if you are interested in talking about the dumb hooplas and all the dumb stuff happening in the past week, well, we're just gonna have to wait for an hour and 11 minutes for that as we start off with the Q&A session. But anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome to another installment of appabend's MEMESTREAM, where lots and lots of stupid takes, hot memes, and lots and lots of cringy, trashy takes, social media stuff on the internet is being discussed and being made fun of in one convenient 3-hour or 2.5 hour stream, depending on how much memes we got. And we got plenty for this particular week. Lots of hoopla has been happening, but how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing very well. What you guys have been up to, what you guys have been listening to, what you guys have been reading, what you guys have been watching, playing, fapping to. Let me know in the chat in this particular stream. We're gonna spend the first 1 hour and 10 minutes, as you see the timer there, to chat about stuff and discuss about many other things before we actually get into the cringy, dumb, and ridiculous, and well, the many stupid things, many words that you can use to replace the word stupid, because actually it's beyond just stupid. It's just ridiculous. And if it's stupid, ridiculous, you check out the stars. There are a bunch of words in there. Anyway, as for me, I've been doing nothing but playing myself some good old Persona 4 Golden, which I recently did a video on. You can just literally posted it a couple of minutes ago. If you want to check it out, it's on my Twitter, or it should be on my channel somewhere. And aside from that, nothing much really, just that, and I suppose finishing my paper at some point, but just do some revision. It's actually pretty much finished, just depends on when can I actually move forward for the trials, and I can't wait for that. So let's get into the chat. Let's get into the chat here. What's the origin of the thumbnail? It's the first Left 4 Dead, I think. Yes, it is the first Left 4 Dead, as another user confirmed. Hello everybody, how is everyone doing? I'm fine. I was called a racist yesterday by some random person because I was wearing a Shy Gull mask. Interesting. How's everyone else doing? Well, I haven't been called racist or anything, or at least as far as I check. I've been pretty much avoiding social media interactions in general, other than likes and all of that. Just want to make sure that the okay, pause. You're done. your job's done here, music. Just want to make sure that none of these interactions put me into any sort of trouble. I'm just gonna be sneaking around as a silent reader and observing the stupidity about the world. So in case somebody decided this person is so toxic that we better suspend him, well, considering that I barely use Twitter to actually interact with people, other than responding to DMs to certain of your PC gaming or console gaming questions, which some of you might have sent to me. And honestly, thank you so much for sending me in the questions, and I've been helping a lot of you guys. It's kind of fun, actually, helping you guys to determine which PC you should get. As I said in my previous 2 video, you can send me DM on my in my Twitter or my YouTube email, or maybe even ask in the chat about your about all of those sorts of questions, any sorts of questions in general. Actually, what else? Actually, I don't know where I've been going with this. Just rambling on. That's the purpose of this stream. Just me rambling on for 1 hour and 7 minutes before we actually get to the talking about the cringy stuff. Anyway, where is I? To my fellow fate goers, like a Napoleon but with 90 SQ, turns out blasting I will rule the universe for 3 consecutive hours as a catalyst workout rate. I forgot. Streamlabs links down below. Support this channel, support the stream. If you enjoy the stream, you can go ahead and put in $1 or 10 or 20 or 50. I don't know how much you're willing to spend for the stream. But yeah, you can put in the cash in. Links down below. Let's see. He who fights monsters should be careful lest he thereby becomes a monster, and if thou gaze long into the abyss will also gaze into thee. I decided to stop reading my reading of Tsukihime a little bit because I actually decided to check what Kara no Kyokai was all about. However, since the fan base behind that one is actually didn't like the Kokesato's translation, I decided to start watching the OVAs by Ufotable, and I'm sorry, but I wasn't really super into it. Alright. You watch a Yu-Gi-Oh video and someone said all manga cards suck. I unleashed my standard E-Hero Absolute Zero to send him to the Shadow Realm. Damn, I can't wait until the real reviews of The Last of Us 2 came out. Yeah, people have been playing The Last of Us 2 right now, and I'm just really not that interested. Unless if you're gonna be using this stream as a way to crowdfund me and help Appa to actually spend $60 to buy The Last of Us 2. Actually, no. I'd rather you guys donate for literally any other reason than me buying The Last of Us 2. Although, if you guys do donate to me in my Streamlabs link down below, and you do give me $60 to buy Last of Us 2, I would use that money to buy The Last of Us 2 and make a video on it. Because, hey, if I have the money to buy a copy of The Last of Us 2, I mean, why not? Might as well make a video on it. It would be fun. Just trash the living hell out of the game. And everybody's been trashing the game left and right. But, I don't know. That's your option. Personally, that's your choice. Personally, I wouldn't. Even if I have money, I personally wouldn't. But yeah, let's see what else. Can't wait to see tonight's shit show. Ooh, there's quite a lot of shit show. Let's just say. Also, why is my alert box not popping up? Somebody's donating and my alert box is not popping. I'm gonna refresh that shit. A Robotnik donated to $1. Druckmann, don't sexualize women in games. Also, Druckmann puts long gratuitous sex scenes in his game. There you go. Jesus. What's wrong with OBS this time? Or Streamlabs. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Apart from that, I decided to put my foot down and finally binge watch Glitch Text, which is really recommendable actually, and get caught up with the Dr. Stone manga. Greetings, and the real review is already coming out. The dumpster fire is huge. Ooh. Grab one turtle to $5. Those Dr. Uckman shagging Abby memes are spicy. My favorite one so far is the one which incorporate loss. We'll get to that in a bit. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep it coming. Let's see. The gift that keeps on giving. Has anyone gotten the Persona 4 Golden PC port yet? I mean, I already did. I played the game and I do a review of the game. You can check out the video in my channel somewhere. It should be there. Hello, Fix Cube. Test donates $1. Challenge accepted, Appa. $1 down. 59 to go. Well, now it's technically $5, $6, $7, $53 to go. Thank you so much for the donation, ladies and gentlemen. Keep them coming. Hi, appabend. I see you got nice Left 4 Dead screenshot. That's from the internet. The internet always remembers doing all that. I actually have Left 4 Dead. It's been a while since I played Left 4 Dead. Man, Left 4 Dead is amazing. Been playing Doom Eternal on Nightmare. I'm fighting Marauders. Not all that hard to kill. Exactly. Hey, Appa in chat. Been watching Kaku Ranger for the last few weeks. Cool. I've been playing Persona 4 Golden and can't wait to see what mods will be made. Verim Kadas, they're to $20. Thank you so much. Great work next Friday again. Here's shekels for today and next Friday. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, gotta work next Friday again. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. $20. Keep them coming. So that makes it $33 for The Last of Us 2. $33 before we actually get into The Last of Us 2, ladies and gentlemen. Or not, or something else. I don't know. It's your decision, chat. If I actually got $60 on this entire stream, do you want to use it for The Last of Us 2, or do you want me to use it for something else? Oh, if you were gonna use it for The Last of Us 2, we might as well use it. We might as well try to make a video on it. Or I couldn't stream because, well, internet's been pretty shit lately, and I will make a video on it if it's possible. If it comes to that. I've been playing Persona 4 Golden and can't wait to see what mods will be made. Yes, me too. Rumors are Last of Us 3 will involve bondage and poodles. I recently ended up getting Persona 5 Royale, been playing it mostly. I've been revisiting Fear, Sleep-a-Ben. Fear. I was watching an idiot talking about old JRPGs. Oh wait, hi Appa. Hi guys, my family and I managed to grab 5 kittens out front garden. Sadly, one didn't make it, but the other 4 are doing fine. They're currently napping. I've been working on a new game engine concept recently. It's coming out really well with the planning phase. Cool. As stupid as Rags saying Godzilla should have died from a nuke. Did Rags actually say that? I'm not paying attention. Do you think Last of Us 2 will be review bombed more so than Warcraft 3 Reforged? I don't know. We'll see. We have seen already the signs of it being review bombed on Metacritic as of current time. maybe we'll see it getting worse than Warcraft 3 Reforged. Maybe it will. I don't think it will get worse than Warcraft 3 Reforged, but it is gonna be at least pretty bad. So, well, I'm currently reading a novelization of Turnabout Storm based on the Ace Attorney MLP crossover web series of the same name, so I can read the sequel on my channel. Well, cool. The Last of Us 2 releases, social media be like, the gamers are transphobic. Yeah. Sup, boys? Anime titties are bad, but making a sex scene motion capture for a self-insert of developers part of a fanfic is a-okay. Grab on Turl donated $70. 20 more bucks to go. Kill, fuck, marry, Abby. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 more bucks before we actually spend the money to either The Last of Us Part 2 video or literally anything else. Any other videos. I would love to do a Last of Us Part 2 video, but again, it depends on you guys. Also, some bastard tried to burn down my apartment. I can still smell burnt smell. Jesus, holy shit. Finally got a new laptop, an MSI Raider. Cool. I'm officially not playing a single gacha game anymore. Also decided to start playing the PS1 version of Final Fantasy VII. Cool. Greetings, Appa. Nothing to report. I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon Sword Isle of Armor DLC. I also had to deal with an ass clown who wanted me to take down one of my videos. Jeez. For gaming, I've been playing GTA Online, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and some old Capcom arcade games like Strider and Varf. Cool. A little bit deaf to my left ear, but still here. Same. It's crazy out there. I'm angry that Bandai nerfed the Dragon Fist from Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And yes, Shy Gal, just look up -8 and you'll see. Yeah. Goda Goda donated $2. Here's an uncap for teaching feeling instead of one very angry lesbian. Thank you so much for the donation. We got $18 more to go, I suppose. Well, and the donation apparently leans into another different game instead of, well, the one angry lesbian. Keep him coming. So The Last of Us 2 is out and Appa is on. Must be fate. Got to the Old War Blues and Dead Money DLC for Fallout New Vegas. I saw someone on 4chan has broken Abby's sex scenes to 280 frames and is asking people to choose and redraw a different frame. Oh, the memes that keeps on giving. By the way, Naughty Dog and Sony, this is not from leaked content. Your game is already out. People are already playing your game. So if I'm showing any sorts of memes on this stream, you do not copy strike me, okay? You got that? It's not coming from any leaked stuff, okay? You got that at least, Naughty Dog? And if somehow the stream got strike, you at least know the reason why. Because I'm going to be talking about Naughty Dog memes once again. Because I never learned my lesson. And Last of Us 2 is already out anyway. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be at least a little bit more lenient with the DMCA claims. But we don't know for sure. It's Naughty Dog we're talking about here. Or Sony. Also, I just got Xbox Game Pass. And I'm enjoying some games. It's definitely worth the subscription price. Yeah, cool. But I do need to remind people that Xbox Game Pass is more of a rental service, so if it's not exactly, you don't exactly permanently own the game, but it is a nice bit of rental service. So visiting my grandparents this weekend, but hey, at least Crash is back again. Been playing Rayman on PS1 emulator. I wasn't done playing Persona 4. I wasn't done watching Persona 4 all-time favorite. Cool. Also, I watched the first episode of JoJo Part 1. Yes, I finally started watching JoJo. Good for you. Is this the Last of Us meme stream? Maybe, maybe not. Good Morgan Napa. So yesterday I went to an internet cafe that allows you to install games from your Steam account on PC. Kind of pissed and I'll have an effing download quota of 30 gigabytes. Oof. Meanwhile, in Malaysian Twitter, a male feminist who actively tweets on women's justice got accused of being a rapist. Well, turns out that all of those male feminist thing is not exclusively limited to Western countries. The best post-apocalypse game is Sunset Overdrive. Changed my mind, though Left 4 Dead is awesome too. Angel Troy donated $1. I'm officially watching Appa's meme stream on my TV while using my phone for chat in my new home. Here's some shekels for that Last of Us Part 2 review. Well, God damn it, I lost count. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Let's see. Well, I've been playing Pokemon Emerald Kazuyo version, catching up on the more spring anime, working on learning to make soundtracks for video game programs, FL Studio 10. Ooh. No Appa, save your money. Well, there you go. Is it possible to get all the social links in Persona 4 Golden in one go? Yes, I did that. I literally did that. You need a walkthrough though. You need a walkthrough to efficiently spread out all the time. I got all the social links, all of them, in one playthrough. It's pretty much possible. You just need a walkthrough to do that. So, Appa is the only e-girl I'll simp. Okay. Wait till you can get it pre-owned. No need to give a Naughty Dog money. All right. The Virgin, The Last of Us 2 versus the Chad SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Didn't have a quota last time when I was itching for SCOM 2, but the aforementioned quota just gives a read errors when you exceed it. Kind of piss. Oof. I'll probably continue watching JoJo after the meme stream. Would a mod that played its ma'am whenever Abby get healed or killed something be funny? Don't know. Save your money, The Last of Us 2 is trash. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I suppose some people in the chat have spoken. The Last of Us 2 is trash, and therefore I won't be allocating the money that I got from this super chat into The Last of Us Part 2. So rest assured, rest assured that won't be going to The Last of Us Part 2. I feel bad for anyone getting that game while playing a game that makes you miserable. Finally got around to watching Porco Rosso, best Miyazaki movie in my opinion. Help me find Persona 4 Golden and I'll do nothing with it. Well, don't. Don't buy The Last of Us 2. Don't support companies are corrupt as Naughty Dog and Sony. Watch the cutscenes instead. You're not missing much. Well, again, there you go. There you go. The decision is closed. It is sealed, ladies and gentlemen. The final decision. The chat has agreed. No Last of Us Part 2 video. The money of the super chats of this stream will not be allocated to such funds and will not be going into any of Naughty Dog's funds. Anyway, did you read Jitsu wa Watashi wa? I don't. What is that? Unpopular opinion. I don't think The Last of Us 2 leaks were that bad. People are exaggerating. It ain't that bad. The game looks good to me. Well, good for you. Enjoy your game. But people have a lot of problems with the game. Seriously, Marauder's very easy to kill compared to most other demons and I'm playing on Nightmare. Persona 4 mod, we will never be rid of loss. I see some Fate fans in the chat. Nice, how y'all doing? Are there a great number of actual memes or just a few this time? Ooh, there are a couple of memes. A couple. But it's mostly just gonna be bad takes. Don't know what's worse, the death of characters people like or those sex scenes. Fate Go Abby is better than one angry lesbian Abby. If anyone makes a lewd Nanako mod, I'm fucking hunting them down, as you should. Just watch a Persona 4 review, excellent job. That game also got me to Persona JRPGs after I saw some YouTubers doing a let's play. Cool. Greetings, Appa. Greetings, fam. Goal, if the total donations for today reaches $60, Appa has to review The Last of Us 2. As the chat already said, they would rather allocate those funds into other better things. Ask me to allocate those funds into other better things. So, I don't know. I should probably put that to a vote on Twitter. So, I don't respect women's opinions on sexualization. Okay, I don't want it here and from people who grew up with posters and magazines of nearly nude boy bands and male models all over their room. Well, by women you mean the fangirls of those respective boy bands and girl bands, because you see there are women out there who are perfectly fine with sexualization of characters and everything like that. Baki season 3 did not disappoint. It did not disappoint. Use it to look get Yu-Gi-Oh waifu cards and look at them. Crash Bandicoot 4 was leaked last night and everybody's confused because Crash 4 technically exists as Wrath of Cortex. What gets me is that if you want to make the point that revenge is bad, then Abby is the worst character to do it with, since as far as I know, she doesn't have any redeeming qualities. If you buy a game, SpongeBob Rehydrated and the new Paper Mario game would be more worthy than The Last of Us Part 2. Alright, noted. I started rewatching Kamen Rider Build. It was my first in the series, such a fun show. The Last of Dykes, Jesus. Rags is dumb then. Hello, my favorite league. Once I can make town themes in video games, I'll be working on character themes, battle music, and other kind of themes. Hopefully after June, I will be closing to finishing the course on Udemy. Cool. Just got here. Is the countdown working? Well, as you can see, it is working. Watch them change the rules to defend The Last of Us 2, a la Captain Marvel. EA currently in his redemption arc. I'm not missing. I'm missing that part. While Blizzard and Naughty Dogs are gone down the gutter. What the fuck is this timeline? Would you like Godzilla vs. Kong to be a fight till the end, or would you like them to pull a Dawn of Justice and team up to take on a bigger threat? They're gonna pull off a Dawn of Justice, because at the end of the day, people love both Godzilla and King Kong, so it's kind of unfair to have them both fight and not have them to put a common threat at the end. So, or at least that's the safest option. I don't know. Maybe the studio might take risk and choosing one or the other. All right, the director of The Last of Us 2 has a self-insert character in the game, and he even voices him. Yeah. Talk about pathetic. Hopefully I can make some awesome battle music games and newer games and indies and AA games with the soundtrack I made. The shit show's making EA look like the good guys, and it's also the man that has sex with a totally not guy girl. Howdy chat. Purchase a used copy if you're gonna play that aberration. So why are we the hashtag real monsters exactly? I don't know. That's the point that The Last of Us Part 2 is trying to make. And as you can see in the thumbnail, well, it isn't exactly a very good point to make. Been on a binge on Risk of Rain 2 and Skullgirls. Got an opinion on fighting games. Which one is your favorite? It's definitely Tekken. I only play Tekken as my fighting game. Not really that much of a fan of any other fighting games. Just Tekken. And even then, it's just very casual. It's just I just mostly play the treasure battles and not really involved in like tournaments or online battles in general. Or I don't play games online in general. Right now, I'm already at the bridge on Turnabout and Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. One angry gamer is better than one very angry lesbian. So did anyone see freaking autoscroll? So did anyone see the new Slow Bro? Don't know why, but he reminded me of Mega Man. I haven't seen that. I'm bracing for the stream to suddenly get taken down. To all Godzilla fans, Space Godzilla, King Ghidorah, or Destroya? Well, I'm not really that much of a Godzilla fan, so pick one, chat. Turnabout Storm actually got me into the Ace Attorney games. Naughty Dog seems DMCA The Last of Us meme on 4chan. You're not safe, Appa. Ugh. Alright. SJWs. Anime titties bad. Also SJWs. Loves Abby's sex scene. Sony and Naughty Dog might try the Atlas route and try to warn people of showing the final parts of the game on YouTube or Twitch. Should I push the last 18 for last angry lesbians too? You and Count Dankula trying to be serial offenders. Offenders of what? If that Xbox Game Pass is cheap enough, I might have an excuse to play new games again on Xbox. Most of them are single playthrough fares anyway. Malaysia, you doing the standard Indo memes of claiming everything too? Doing all the social links is much easier on a New Game Plus. It is, but it is much easier because you don't have to worry about the stats. But that being said, it is possible to do all the social links in the first playthrough. I did that. So, what are your Persona 4 OTPs, Appa? Okay, the thing about Persona, the funny thing about the Persona pairing here is that every single time I try to romance a waifu, there's gonna be like, I want that girl to be with someone else. So, for example, Chie, I want to romance Chie, but the problem is Ko likes Chie. And I'm like, well, I don't want to take her from you, Ko. I'm sorry. I'd rather just be the bridge between you and Chie and just try to shove you two together. Just kiss you two already, for fuck's sake. As for Yukiko, Yukiko is... I don't know who Yukiko's the best fitting for Yukiko's supposed to be. With Yosuke, I guess? Not really. Kanji's obviously with Naoto, so I can't exactly take Naoto. Rise is obviously with the protagonist. At least that's the one that is like the most obviously going, the most obvious route that they're going to take on that one. Can't really think of one. That's the one that I can think of at the top of my head, at least. Appabend got Cube. Also, Cube, thankfully with the help of my brother, Cube got her eyes back. So, Appa, when is your sex change surgery schedules? When I enter Naoto's dungeon, I guess. Say, Appabend, will you play The Last of Us Part 2? Well, as we discussed in the chat, if the super chats of this totals to $60, we might play The Last of Us Part 2, but unfortunately some people in the chat, actually a good portion of people in the chat say no, don't buy The Last of Us Part 2, spend that money into something else. So therefore, that super chat money is not going to go for The Last of Us Part 2. Is that plush on your microphone a Digimon? Yes. Sure, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it is. The Devil Is Come. The best post-apocalyptic world is Platoon. The best Miyazaki film is Nausicaa: The Valley of the Wind. I actually need to... I'm still planning with my girlfriend to watch a lot of the Disney films and also need to pick on my best and probably gonna do with the Miyazaki films as well. Use your money to buy the new Samurai Jack game coming this summer. Say up, Ben. Thoughts on the stuff going on in America and how's life in quarantine? Thoughts on what's going on in America? See my previous 3 and previous 4 videos. And how's life in quarantine? It's fine for the most part. Just finished my paper and I wish that I can just get to the trial as soon as possible. Enjoyed the shitty story. Also, been playing World of Guns recently. I had no idea tunnel vision could be that bad. Ugh. I wonder why SJWs conflate in lore politics with in real life politics. They're dumb. Because they're dumb. Because they're dumb, and they're either being disingenuous or they're dumb. Whenever I play Persona 4, I ended up quoting either 2 best friends or him Daisy. It's not a game. The Last of Us is not a fucking game. Full stop. Okay. Angry lesbian Abby. Lu Nanako is inevitable. It's how Rule 34 works. Well, that doesn't exactly stop people from actually hunting down those who dare to commit such atrocity. Appa, buy the game or I will grab those frames and redraw you in as Abby. Okay, again, we're gonna put it on the vote. Should I buy game or should I not buy the game? The jump in The Last of Us 2 is like a string pulling a ragdoll Ellie forward. It's so awkward. Appa, what do you think of Discord's whole hot take on Black Lives Matter? I'm not paying attention. Jitsu Watashi was a rom-com where a guy who can't keep a secret has to keep the secret that his crush is a vampire. It contains a lot of cute and retarded monster girls. All right. Persona 4 Golden on PC. You never see it coming. Yes. We've discussed about this for a while now. Feminists say men treats women like objects while weebs have been treating objects like women for years. Did somebody say sexualize people? Oh ho ho ho. Ravioli, don't loot the Persona 4 sister Ruli. Use the money to buy Raging Gold Eagle's Blade Devil comic. Well, he's pretty successful already, so... yeah, I know I'm telling that bitch about sexualization to go fuck themselves. They're hypocrites. PewDiePie got to the golf partner Last of Us 2 and he didn't want to continue the stream, but he had to. Yeah, I saw the clip of PewDiePie trying to play the game and I'm like, nah, I can't do this. It's just, it's too boring and bothersome or something along those lines, and yeah, feels bad for him. Yeah, I'm pressing F for PewDiePie on that one. Oof. Mechagodzilla will be in Godzilla vs. King Kong. I'm almost done selling my entire internet cafe and I'm almost broke. I have no revenue to get from. Jeez. I mean, a toy that looked like Mechagodzilla was sleek. I've been replaying Psychonauts last night. Great game and I'm interested in the sequel. Have you heard about the Abby Hoopla? You were just talking about that in the chat. That's what most zombies go through with. It's part of why I don't care so much for zombies. PC Omega Labyrinth Z. I would love for Destroya to come in and Godzilla's final boss, beat the Thanos and the Monsterverse essentially would be badass. At least we know one thing about the King Kong vs. Godzilla remake. There won't be any black fist like the one from the 60s. King Ghidorah. Also, the Black Lives Matter national organization turns out to be a massive scam and the money went missing. Speculated it went to the DNC campaign. Jeez, this is why I said, people, if you're going to donate to an organization or donate to a specific cause, make sure that it is a trustworthy organization that would actually contribute into the cause that you are trying to donate. So again, be wary and keep your eyes open. I'm currently playing Into the Breach. In my opinion, it's chess with mechs and also very good. Cool. It's been ages since I played Tekken. Played Doa a lot, Dead or Alive a lot, but mostly to Koom. Wait, what was the question? I forgot. AVGN, Destroya. Godzilla vs. Lavos, Chrono Trigger. The Last of Us 2 most likely garbage, but I find it hard to believe that so many people on Metacritic has already finished it. I mean, it's a very short game, I guess. It's a cinematic game that is mostly story content, so it's gonna be like 10, 12 hours at most, or maybe even 4 hours. I don't know. Appa, Little Witch Nobeta, Thoughts. I don't know what that is. Godzilla vs. Barney the Dinosaur. Ha, fuck that. Every man for himself. Appa the Wingman. I'm taking Chie. Will there be some recent era takes? I've seen some takes that are too normal to be them. We'll get to it. Just romance either Mary or Margaret. Every damn playthrough. I can't decide. I like them all. King Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla, Rodan, Anguirus, Gigan, you name it. Even Zilla Jr. Best version. I agree. I like Naoto, but her kanji are too perfect for each other. I challenge you, Appa, to a duel. Okay, where is the game where we can be the wingman? That is outside of Fire Emblem. Actually, that's a very good question. I do want to know a game where we can be the wingman of a certain romance. Well, technically Mass Effect 3 counts, but that happens outside of your control if you're not romancing either Garrus or Tali, which, by the way, are very perfect for each other. That was kind of a surprise when Garrus and Tali decided, hey, you know, we're just gonna be dating, and Shepard just found them, and they were like, wow, I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy for you guys. Good for you. So anyway, oh my god, I love that Cube plush. I had one like that, but I had to sell it. Ugh, yikes. Appa, did you steal my poop sock again? Weird question. Adachi seems like such a nice person. I hope he gets a happy ending. Did you play The Last of Us 2? No. I'm just discussing with the chat of the question of whether or not I'm going to be buying The Last of Us 2, and the chat seems to be leaning on the no. I'd rather play DMC 2 than Last of Us 2. Just arrived. Did Cube broke because I hear about eyes fixed? Yes, Cube did broke because apparently her eyes just fell off at one point, and now it's fixed because my brother had super glue on it. Really? A Digimon? If you want to get rid of Godzilla, simply get Kermit with 2 handguns. He'll deal with them. Even Japan roasted The Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2? Hell no. I'd rather grab Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated instead. Thoughts on Black Lives Matter? Agree or disagree? Depends. The idea of that Black Lives Matter? Yes. The actual organization and the people behind the whole hashtag? Well, not exactly as agreeable. Malfra is my main girl. Angurius is a good dog. King Ghidorah is the roach of kaiju, and Destroya is everything. My VOD surface has all Shrek movies in it. Time to binge the Swamp Boys. Cool. Nothing new for gaming for me except my birthday is this Sunday, where I'm probably gonna stream all day. New mic though, so that's new. Cool. I managed to beat Kanji Shadow, and honestly, fuck him. Forget it. By the way, what's your paper about, Tapa? My paper is about data mining Twitter. It's data mining and classification of Twitter data consists of behaviors, Twitter user behaviors during a disaster. It is a very complicating sort of ordeal that uses a complex psychology model and uses a certain machine learning algorithm to classify those tweets based on this specific psychology model. It's complicating. Let's just say that. Wonder how we can trick appabend into seeing Crashman Ken, but why though? Did you play The Last of Us 2? As I said, I haven't played Last of Us 2. The following stunts has done by trained professionals and is best advised to not recreate or reenact them. Hey, I am Johnny Knoxville and I'm gonna play The Last of Us 2. I wanna see a mod where Dojima is the killer like in the first draft of the story. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds cool. Get the Destroy All Humans remake. It looks more fun. I would suggest I freaking auto-scroll. I would suggest, though, David Archer with STNP and great team-wide survivability. Claire from Glipnir said it best. Powers aren't scary, people are. I like to see you review it, but not fussed. Make a community poll. I don't have a Twitter and I don't want one. I love you, Appa. Hashtag no homo. Buy The Last of Us 2 so we don't have to. 189 IQ. I like some ideas for dungeons in Persona 4, and I'm a little bit disappointed that dungeons in themselves are quite boring. Exactly, gameplay-wise. Honestly, feel really bad for whoever was a fan of The Last of Us. I wonder when will companies learn that you should never ever apologize to the outraged mob. Yeah. Good morning from Taiwan. Good morning. Do you think that after the state of sales of Persona 4 on Steam, Atlus finally becomes to his senses and release at least parts of the previous games, SMT and Persona mostly? Well, considering that the Persona 4 Golden Steam PC port is being handled by the Atlus's own internal team instead of, Sega, yeah, I suppose we're definitely going to be seeing more PC ports from Atlus. So good for you, Atlus. Good job for actually caring for the PC guys, at least. Kind of think of it, do companies in Indonesia ever virtue signal? Oh, hell yes, they have virtue signal quite a lot of times in whatever sorts of political issues a lot. I mean, it's not as bad as the American ones, but they do still virtue signal. It happens often. Last of Us 2 is going to be a really good source of memes. It's 99% movie, exactly. Have you seen how the Black Lives Matter riots in Japan are backed by China? Okay. Some guys figured that one, but they use Chinese kanji instead of Japanese ones. Okay. Well, is this legit? I've avoided all the Black Lives Matter hoopla, even if it's a sort of leaked to my country in a stupid way. I'm pressing X on that one, honestly. Let's see. I'm a few counts stuck. I'm gonna refresh that. Please tell me there won't be a lot of there will be a lot of cringe. There will be. Last of Us put gameplay in my movie. Exactly. Plus, I have to pay respect to the RPG Dungeons & Dragons was. Gary Gygax is probably rolling over his grave. Jet Jaguar is the best theme song of any Godzilla character. Seinen anime recommendation. Black Lagoon. Parasite. Those are the two at the top of my head. Perfect Blue, if you count that. I've been playing Fear. I originally played it when it came out, but it made my PC crawl at the time. Now it runs like a dream. Stop simping for Asuka on Tekken and pick the superior Dragunov. Huh. Godot donated $1. I'm gonna make a straw poll for what game should Appa talk about. What should I include? Chat. Well, if you had that straw poll, I suppose you can share it somewhere, maybe. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Risa is practically Morgana, simping for the protagonist. The difference being Risa is hot and wants your D. Fair enough. Wait, didn't Harvest Moon Back to Nature had something like that? Something like what? Now that Persona 4 Golden is on PC, what will be the next Vita game to be rescued? I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the Vita lineup. I must protect Adachi at all costs. I hope I can date him. Cubase is a boy. Justice for Kiteman. Cubase signed the contract. Hot take, The Last of Us 2 is a clout game for gamers. Another proof that super glue is the best option to fix shit. Which one is better? Black Lives Matter or Roof Koreans? Is that even a question? I'm for the race war, but against Black Lives Matter personally. Naughty Dog definitely has talented people, but it's unfortunate that they're being abused by Neil Druckmann. Are you a programmer, Appa? Depends. I mostly just program. I just program on Python for the most part, and it's not exactly the best. My programming skills are not exactly the best. I have to Google to the internet and literally copy any other people's programs just to compile them all into one, and have to use follow Python logic in order to make sure that this Python program do what I want. The most useful program that I've ever made in Python was that cheat program that I made for Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, where there is this password game in the game. There's this password game for one of the bombs, and you have to select a couple of words. There are basically 5 slots, and these 5 slots form words, and each and every slot has characters in it, and you have to determine which word that fits these characters. And essentially, I made a program that scans all the characters from the first slot, from all of the slots, to determine which word that would actually fit for that specific. If you play Keep Talking About It Explodes, you know what I'm talking about. And if you go scroll down my Twitter, you should find it somewhere right there. That's the best that I can do for Python. I think someone recommended me to you before, but since you like visual novels, try out Magikoi. Got lots of content, interesting stories, and plenty of types of waifus. One-sans are most numerous. You know what? I should probably do more visual novel reviews. I'm kind of being interested in doing that. Black Lives Matter is making people hate blacks by letting the looters and rioters use their protests as a shield over smokescreen. Have you noticed that bardcore music on the rise nowadays? I'm not. Somehow I can understand what the paper's about. Also, I feel like my paper used psychology models. So, about Mo, my advice are Robin Hood, David, Merlin, support from my friend if you don't have him, and Billy. They all have good survivability, which lets you to stand a few turns and unleash in peace. I want a mod that replaces everyone and every sprite with a dachi. If you support Black Lives Matter but degrading other race, you're not different from those who suppress black people. Why is it so hard for people to understand? Wake me up when Atlas porting over Vanillaware titles on PC. Excuse me. Real talk, I would pay up $60 for a Nocturne PC port. Yeah. I don't think they're going to sell it for $60. 20 maybe. Hey Appa, how are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. Just joining in the chat, chilling with the stream before we actually get to the cringe and all that stuff. In that case, I'm going to go sit and watch for Persona 5 Royale on Steam. Except for I already read that. Please don't tell Indonesia has Black Lives Matter riots. I don't think they do. Last time I checked. Why don't you just review The Last of Us 2 in 2 days where you can buy one of the million of used copies? Wait, Indonesian companies Virtue Signals? I must have missed it. Yeah, they do. It's just not in a way that is the same as the Western companies do. I've been watching some videos about American socialism made by Russian socialists, and I agree with him. American socialists don't understand that class is not race or sexuality. I'm not paying attention to that. Freaking auto-scroll. The Pokemon DLC should have been a game in the first place. Love Live is a good seinen too. Yeah, Love Live. I don't know why Love Live is categorized as seinen, but after watching Smash Brandy Cooch, should I watch Jack and Dick Her or Uncircumcised Dicks for Skin? Yeah. Is it true that if you turn the shadows off in Persona 4 Golden, the game ends? That is actually a joke that I made with my brother. There's this PC setting in Persona 4 Golden where you can either turn the shadows on or turn the shadows off. If you turn the shadows off, well, it doesn't exactly turn off all the shadows in the game. It just turns off the shadows that it casts being characters. But because the enemies' names are shadows, that's why there's the joke that if you turn the shadows off, that means that the game is just over. The game's just over. The shadow's off. So feel bad. I feel bad. Actually, no, I don't feel bad. I feel very, very... I feel very, very jealous for all of those low-spec PC gamers that try to tune down all of the settings and they have to disable the shadows, and I'm like, they're gonna get through the game without fighting any shadows. I'm like, come on, y'all. No, they don't. I'm gonna include Teaching Feeling. Omega Labyrinth Z needs to be saved. I personally got into JRPGs thanks to Kingdom Hearts 2. Dragon's Crown for PC, please. Harvest Moon Back to Nature as something like us becoming wingmans. Oh, all right. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated should be in the straw poll. I'm doing an Izanagi only run. Do you have any tips? An Izanagi Ori run. That is a pretty interesting feat that you're going to do. The thing about Persona 4 is that it's technically possible to do an Izanagi only run, but the problem is, one, you have to rely on other teammates for any sorts of abilities, and two, you're gonna need to use skill cards. Obviously, you're still gonna need to fuse other personas for the skill card so that you can give it to Izanagi. Or three, just grab the much stronger version of Izanagi from Adachi. Oh, spoilers. Roof Koreans on tour. Any guilty pleasure anime or movie you like? Any guilty pleasure movie or anime I like? Guilty pleasure anime, the one that I can think of at the top of my head was Zeromanga Sensei, but that's it. Omega Labyrinth Z on PC, Steam, or GOG in any place except Epic Game Store. The reason I ask is because you talk like you know how data mining works, doing a complicated essay on it and everything like that. I do know the methodologies of how you do data mining. I do know the standards of the data mining methodology, but I'm not exactly an expert. I'm just mostly learning through the curves. I'm still in my bachelor's degree, and I do know the basics at least. Also, I'm going to be playing my games and watching vids this weekend. By the way, I've been doing my best to avoid the virtue and drama. What do you think? Good for you. Good for you. As long as you're happy, as long as you can enjoy life for what it is. What's your favorite Mega Man game? I haven't been playing a lot of Mega Man game other than the first one on the NES, so I can't really exactly pick my favorite. The Dachi mod already exists. Well, all they need to do is just port it to PC then. I've been discovering GTA fan radio stations. It's fun to see what music people want in the GTA game. I woke up to the hashtag Beethoven was black. What the fuck was that about? Yeah, I'm asking that question too. Hell yeah, Magikoi and Magikoi S is pretty good. Momo best sister. All right, I should probably check that out. A mob is rising against Black Lives Matter, by the way. Speaking of, I've been watching Erika Harlacher's Persona 5 Royal streams. To clarify, the Black Lives Matter national organization are the scammers. The Black Lives Matter local organizations from each state actually do contribute to legislation against police brutality. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. If you're going to talk about Black Lives Matter or whatever sorts of hashtags or organizations, it's way too vague. There are so many people who... Whoa. Damn, that's raining. Rain's pretty loud outside. But anyway, there are so many people and so many different types of organizations that actually contribute to different causes. Some of them don't actually contribute to the cause that they're fighting. Some of them actually do. So again, do your research. Make sure that the money that you donate to whatever these sorts of charities or these organizations actually contribute to the cause that you are trying to fight. So yeah, do your research, guys. What do you think of Gunsmith Cats? I'm not too familiar with it. So, The Last of Us 2 is a narrative netorare of a game. The narrative was stolen from main characters of the first game by ugly bastard Abby. I wonder how One Piece managed to stay interesting after several decades. I don't know. I haven't been reading One Piece. If you're going to make a role-playing game, would it be the setting? The setting would be a more modern setting. I've had a plan to do a Teen Titans role-playing game. A Teen Titans JRPG. Teen Titans RPG, Super Teen Titans RPG or something along those lines. I think it would be cool. Like you play a protagonist who somehow gets like magical powers and everything like that. You, the silent protagonist, will overcome you will join the Titans, join up with the team, and become the sixth Titan or the fifth Titan. Actually, the seventh Titan on my particular canon. Would be cool. I want to do that, but if DC lets me. Let's see. Appa, have you heard of rioters taking down statues of Washington and Jefferson? Well, of course they're gonna do that. What else is new? How would you feel if someone modded you and your girlfriend into Persona 4 Golden as a social link? Cool, I guess. I saw the smashing of Abby and I was like, what the fuck, Saidi? Just wanted to say that I love your content, your personality, and views on so many things. You are like a role model for me. Thank you for all your content. Thank you. It's very nice of you to say. Missed out some of the meme streams because of work. That's perfectly fine. You better try to stay on work, and especially during current times. The reason why Love Live is a seinen is because shonen, shoujo, and the likes are not genres but target audiences. And as Japan knows, cute girls doing cute things is popular among adults. I'm not pressing X, but I do have the press X to suspect. Not press X to doubt. I don't doubt that, but I'm pressing X to suspect. Hey Appa, which shonen cliche you really hate? Ooh, that's a tough question. Actually, I can't exactly pick which one that I really, really hate in particular. Depends on the shonen, I guess. So, where's the straw poll? I have no idea. I recommend Tsukihime. Izanagi only run, you're giving Nyarly a video idea. I asked because I see a video of gameplay of Persona 4 Golden and why they put the shadows off the game ends. Nah, this is just dumb. Pretty dumb question. If you could pilot a mech, would you do it? No, you don't have to fight it against a giant monster or something like that. If I could pilot a mech, I mean, if I have the opportunity to do so and there are no strings attached and they're like, hey, you can just pilot a mech freely and here's a mech for you to pilot and test run or whatever. I mean, why not? Why not? Cool. So anyway, guilty pleasure anime, Mirai Nikki. So Adachi is the hero and savior of the Izanagi only run. Yeah, kind of. Izanagi only run. That's a good idea for myself playing it later on. I hope I don't simp too much for Adachi. Got distracted a bit. On Persona 4 Golden and my Vita, I maxed out the stats of Yoshitsune, Izanagi, and Trumpeteer. Cool. Thank you, Papa. All right, you're welcome. Hi, Pappy Yappy and commentators. What is it we're all spinning to talk about? Well, depends on what the chat loves to talk about, I guess. Depends on what you want to talk about. I know it may sound stupid, but hear this. George Washington as a heroic spirit. Okay. Also, where Rabu guilty pleasure goes on Panzer? Who's best girl and why is it Lena inverse? Why is random question? Can't wait to see more yandere anime. The creators of High School DxD is gonna make the Healing of Rito anime, which will trigger people next year. Ooh, can't wait. Sup chat? Beethoven was black heck. Was fiddling around with an SNES emulator on my phone. Cool. Excuse me. Underrated anime. Chojo Kishin Dankuger. Does anyone think that Kakman is gonna get shafted by Sony? I don't think he will. I mean, I don't think he will. As long as The Last of Us 2 makes money, I don't think he will. Your plush is staring at you intently. Did someone say Magicoid? That game is milk beyond crazy and it's still good. All right. I know, I'll keep that in mind. I'll put that in my bookmark somewhere. Did you already heard about the poll from PQ asking their fans about censorship? Yeah, I saw that. We're going to talk about that alongside the other Sony stuff in a bit. Alongside The Last of Us 2 stuff in a bit. I don't know. Maybe he already shafted Abby in the game. Badumtis. If there's a mod for Yui to get his voice in the anime for the game, I don't think there will be. I don't think there is. I don't think there will be. I don't think there will be a mod for that. Unless if Johnny Young Boss somehow made a Fiverr and you can ask him to voice every single line, which would be expensive, but hey, at least he gets to voice all of them. What's your first Miyazaki film? Mine's Kiki Delivery Service. My first Miyazaki film is A Spirited Away, which I recently watched with my girlfriend, and I also watched Kiki Delivery Service, with my girlfriend, who is also her favorite film of all time. And yeah, Spirited Away was pretty freaking amazing. Love Spirited Away, and I particularly really love the protagonist. I surprisingly really like how the protagonist is not just some girl. It's not just some dumb girl, but she's also actually reliable and actually worked her hard ass off to actually get out of the world that she got herself into. Technically speaking, Spirited Away is isekai. Grandma Trill donated $5. Not the first Gorf Club related death in gaming. A much better one already had been portrayed 13 years ago. Well, yeah. Well, yes. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Like a superhero RPG? Yeah. 29 minutes of the mainstream time. Would you agree that a 10-year-old orphan poor loli is more valuable than a 55-year-old CEO women? Why is that a question? 54321 Teen Titans. Can you date Raven? Hell yes, you can date Raven. Actually, I'm gonna make that game so that you can not only date the characters, the Titans that you want, but you can also like be a wingman to a certain Titan in case if they are somehow interested in a certain Titan, or if they express that they're interested in a Titan. I would like make specific scenarios where a Titan, for example, like if say Robin, for example, calls you up and say, hey, I kind of like Starfire or something along those lines. What do you think is the best way for me to approach that? And you decided to help Robin to actually... We need a game where you become the wingman. I mean, I want to be a game where you're the one who's going to be the Cupid for all the characters, aside from Fire Emblem, that is. But anyway, let's see. Where was I? I swear I played a Teen Titans PlayStation 3 game. I'm sure if that counts. I don't sure if that counts as an RPG. I don't think so. I have an idea for a Fate Go Lost Belt where Germany was the world war and is led by the waifu Germania, who disguises herself as the Führer, and a Nazi dragon cyborg army led by Siegfried Adler. Okay. The only Cube we should be familiar with is the Queen's Blade. Dumb titties though. Read any Lovecraft stories? Not really. We know each other for so long. We know each other for so long. Would it be called The Attacking Titan? Sounds like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures 7th Stand user. There's an SCP visual novel if you're interested. Steam is sponsored by Abby's Legendary Pizza. Abby's Legendary Pizza. SSSS Gridman is a heart. Yes, it's cool. Yeah, I love it. Who's your favorite Persona 4 girl? Okay, this is a tough question. Because the thing about the Persona girls is that every single time I want to talk about Persona girls, I like, for example, Persona 4, exactly. I couldn't really pick who the one I want to romance. Chie is cool, but again, I want Chie to be with Ko. Yukiko is cool, but I prefer Yukiko to be with someone else. Rise is somewhere in my top pick. Naoto is with Kanji. aside from those, actually, you know what? I suppose I'm gonna answer Rise for now. Let's reframe the question as, if Yu Narukami is a female, who would you date? Like, for me, at least instantly, it's either Yosuke or Daisuke. Either of those two I want to date. Especially Daisuke. He's such a freaking, like, he just straight up hates women. I fucking love that guy. It's like, I think girls suck. And I'm like, damn, Daisuke is base. Oh, man. And I'm gonna be the female Yu Narukami coming in to say, hey, Daisuke, hashtag not all women. Hashtag not all women will actually reject you. Anyway, where's that? You know the rules, so do it. You know the rules, so do it. Since we're talking about tropes we'd like to kill, can horror movies stop having characters be themselves? Meme stream opening sounds like that mad mod chase music from Teen Titans. My ass power level overpowered protagonist as antagonist uses party members. What games do you recommend that has a cycle of revenge theme? Oh, actually, can't think of one at the top of my head. Even though there are a couple of games that have already done that sort of theme. Speaking of mechs, you will think it invented in your lifetime? I think so. If it's actually practical. It might be cool, but it might have been not impractical. Lida Inverse the Dragon Slayer. A full commitment is what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get it from this any other guy. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. Never gonna give you up. An anime about American Civil War. Be all the characters as cute as sexy anime women, or main character has to interact with very cute to sexy anime women. Let's watch the cutscenes in Last of Us 2. I'm so glad I didn't waste $60 on that garbage. Wait, the cutscene is already out yet? In which case, oh man, I'm preparing the TV. I want to cringe through that shit. I'm legit pissed because I wanted to be proven wrong and that the leaks would be justified in context. Oof, yikes. Are you planning on getting Raging Golden Eagle's Blade Devil? Not really. Not really that interested, but good for him for actually trying to do for his comic works and stuff. I guess the worst cliche shonen anime uses power scaling when the writer tries to artificially rise the stakes by increasing the power level of Dragon Ball Z. That or naive crybaby protagonist, Deku. Now Cube is staring at us. Hi Cube. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Do you know about the death of Ian McKellen? Ian McKellen died? Really? No, I'm pressing X on that one. I haven't been seeing people tweeting about that. Do you think we get a whole Persona 4 remake with the gameplay and design enhancements for Persona 5? I don't think you will. I'm sorry. It's just gonna be Persona 4. House Moving Castle, my favorite film. Any anime with similar vibes to Excel Saga? Not one I can think of. Spirited Away equals Japan's Alice in Wonderland. Kind of, I guess. There's a Chinese singer named Zoe-san did a cover of the Spirited Away song in Blee Blee in every year festival. Seriously, stop having characters in horror movies be themselves. I'm gonna unfortunately miss your meme stream. Hopefully next week I won't. Aw, that's too bad, but that's perfectly fine. Come to think of it, can you date Sai in Persona 5 Royale? I don't think so. My favorite isekai is Brutal Legend. Wait, what do you mean time travel doesn't count as isekai? A Teen Titans dating sim. Which Robin? Actually, that's a very interesting question. Because how I would have visioned this is like this. So the Teen Titans canon, the universe that I'm working on, is a universe where Damian Wayne is Robin, not Dick Grayson, because Dick Grayson has already turned into Nightwing and he's already dating Barbara Gordon, etc., etc. He's basically retired from the life and he's just trying to build up his family with Barbara, but it's Damian Wayne trying to pick up his torch. Essentially, this is like the very, very late, like season 6 of my particular Titans universe, where it all started with the Bat family of Stephanie Brown, Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Cassandra Cain, Barbara Gordon, all of them just doing their shit, wrecking up Gotham and trying to save Gotham, etc., etc. And then Damian Wayne, I had this idea of Damian Wayne essentially coming into basically controlling, Bruce Wayne is dead. Bruce Wayne essentially dead. Damian Wayne controls Wayne Enterprises. But the problem is, this is not the Damian Wayne that we know in the comics, as in the genuinely just dick-ass, hard-ass, the sociopath in some parts, but this is actually a Damian Wayne clone. So essentially what happens is, in my mind, there's going to be a story arc where the League of Assassins are planning to create a bunch of Damian Wayne clones in order to somehow effectively go out there, assassinate people, producing clones and clones of Damian Wayne, and Bruce Wayne is still being the members of the League, trying to take down the League of Shadows and destroy all the Damian Wayne clones. But the thing is, the Damian Wayne that Bruce Wayne is actually, the son that Damian Wayne that Bruce Wayne actually has is a genuine sociopath, while the clones do have somehow have empathy, somehow have the capacity. Actually, sorry, I'm just rambling on my fan fiction at this point. Rezai, gay, you dating in Raven and Vile Emblem 7. Sounds good as its own story, sounds kind of cringe. Teen Titans fan fiction. So Teen Titans but Fire Emblem. I mean, yeah, why not? I might as well make it if I could. My guilty pleasure anime tends to be the diabetically adorable animus. More zombie anime when. I really like King Moron. I hope nothing bad happens to him. A man chooses, a simp consumes. Hey protagonist, I like Starfire. Protagonist, is John d'Arc a good appropriate approximation of Jean-Marie Le Pen? Okay. Rickrolled. I already know the song, so it's not exactly a very weak Rickroll. Do I need to play Persona 4 Golden to understand why everyone loves Adachi, even though I know something, spoiler, something? Go buy it. Just go buy it. Who's Ko? Ko is the guy, the sports team guy who has a crush on Chie. Clearly you haven't played the game, or you don't remember the social links, or you haven't never encountered that particular social link, so... If you was a female, he would date all. Ah yes, man of culture. Daisuke, best alpha. I am sad Fate Go never make collabs because I want one with Azure Lane, only because Bismarck from Azure Lane would fit so well. Do you think Sword Art Online style VR would exist? Maybe. Risa is fucking on of Persona 4, aka trash. Daisuke is Big Tao. As Chad Yu but female, Yukiko or Yosuke. If Risa was into girls, then pursuing her would be impossible to ignore. God of War trilogy. I would date the Afro guy for Persona 4. Ah, yes, the Afro guy, the funky guy. Tells the Berseria has a good revenge theme. Freaking auto scroll coming in just. Female Narukami, you mean Hildir. Lina Inverse, the Dragon Spooker. Berseria was great. Another great revenge story is Dot Hack GU. Dot Hack? Dot Hack Revenge. I can't recall which part of the Dot Hack is revenge. Maybe trying to why did I say Hisao? Haseo trying to regain his power. Although it would be very nice to see Hisao just jumping into the Dot Hack GU universe. But turns out the guy who plays Haseo is named Hisao in real life. Hisao has been playing freaking Dot Hack GU all this time instead of dating all the crippled girls. That's the Bilbo Baggins guy who passed. By the way, it's 10 hours of cutscenes for Last of Us 2. Be prepared. Oof. Ian Holm. So Ian McKellen's still alive. Somebody said Ian McKellen in the chat, so I was confused. Why would you remake Persona 4? I don't know. Because the gameplay is not very good. This would Soundwave from Transformers work as a console, since console have discs? And how do you make transforming discs? I don't know. I'm also pressing X, seems too much of a hoax. Everybody wants popular historical figures for a servant, and I'm here still waiting for Archer Heracles. Guys, don't listen to Appa, donate to my GoFundMe and help accomplish buying Persona 4 Golden to destroy racism. Most of my guilty pleasure to anime are isekai, a lot of them are bad. Damian Wayne is best Robin, not gonna lie. Depends on which Damian Wayne at least. If you had to make a Chad tier list of the Persona protagonists, who would be where? Persona 3, the Persona 3 protagonist, Makoto Yuki or Minato Arisato, because fuck Makoto Yuki's name. Minato Arisato will be the bottom tier, followed by the Persona 1 protagonist, followed by the Persona 2 protagonist, followed by 5, and followed by 4. That's at least my tier list. Oh no, that means Mari Grayson isn't gonna be born due to Dick shacking up with Barbara. And Mari Grayson is gonna be born with Damien instead. So, but Damien loved Raven. Yeah, let's not talk about that DC universe, that other DC universe. I'm not talking that. Ian Holm, the actor of Bilbo, is indeed rest in peace. Oh, okay, I see. Jason Todd is being edgy somewhere. Actually, yeah, Jason Todd. I would make Jason Todd essentially like they're basically under the training of Bruce. This is my fan fiction. It's complicating. Damon Wayne. All I can think of for that is he was a product of male rape, and nobody even cared about the fact that Batman was raped. Actually, not for in my particular universe, in my particular canon, in my particular head canon. I think Bruce and Talia genuinely love each other, and they do actually get a kid. But the problem is, eventually Talia realized that her love for Bruce Wayne is better than her love for the League of Shadows. So her love for Bruce and her love for her son is much bigger than her love for the League. So when the League decides to destroy both of them, she eventually has to betray. She actually turns into the good side, or at least that's how I would I would have written it. That is my idea, at least. The chat is full of Fate Go Masters, but where are the Azure Lane commanders? Would Damien's clone have a belly button or no? No idea. And then Bruce puts his bat cock into. A Teen Titans SRPG would be, strategy RPG would be pretty good. So basically Teen Titans, but it's Fire Emblem Fate. Why Fire Emblem Fate specifically? I feel like this year's Japan roast woke America. It's Red Hood a clone of Damian Wayne? It's Red Hood a clone of Damian Wayne? No, Red Hood is not a clone of Damian Wayne. I don't remember. Yeah, exactly. Did we, or are we going to talk about the Sony censorship double standard? We'll get to that. Hey, I like Anna and Rise. I like hot anime waifus. A story about Damian Wayne clones would be awesome. Yeah, I'm having that idea. But actually, you know what? I'm going back to writing fan fiction. Why not? Because I'm kind of bored. I'm kind of bored. Might as well just write them. So, which do you prefer? New 52 Outlaws, Red Hood, Starfire Arsenal, or Rebirth Outlaws? Red Hood, Artemis, Bizarro. I personally pick my preference, my headcanon, my own personal headcanon for an Outlaws. I couldn't exactly pick the ones that are in the comics specifically because I haven't read them. But the Outlaws consist of the Red Hood, Starfire, and Arsenal. I would replace Starfire with Blackfire. I would essentially make Blackfire to be, instead of this maniacal bitch who is essentially straight up evil, I want to make Blackfire a sassy, not exactly sassy, but just a more neutral character. A character who can do good but can also do bad at the same time. Depends on her mood, depends on her interest. I want her character to be more morally ambiguous. In the same way that Jason Todd and in some ways Arsenal is, in the latter parts at least. But before that, I want Jade Nguyen, aka Cheshire, to be the Outlaws, especially with her and Arsenal's relationship. Never went for Kobe because basketball is trash. I went with Soccer Guy, aka NTR Victim. Ooh. Growing out of my hair so I can cosplay a hentai protagonist next time a con is in my town. Geome's main plot is kill Triage. Yeah, but as a revenge. Oh yeah, as a revenge for Haseo's love interest who got missing. So yeah. Haseo wants to kill Ovan at one point. I'm a sucker for Nightwing x Starfire. Funky Student is stronger than Izanami. That feeling when there will never be a Katoa Shoujo anime. I think that we should chat about Batman for the rest of the stream tonight. I mean, if you could give me an interesting topic for Batman. Dot hack revenge story. Protagonist gets scammed and loses his account, and he then starts to grief his scammer with a bot late game account. Wait, Persona 2 has two protagonists. Yes, Persona 2 has two protagonists. I'm specifically referring to Innocent Sin instead of Eternal Punishment. Really, Tatsuya is at the top. Even in Pep, he did shit despite not being the main character. Vic Mignogna played Ko. Really? I did not know that. Finally using Brave browser so that I can actually watch a meme stream without buffering up the ass every 5 seconds. I am Vengeance, I am the Knight, I am Batman. Back having a meal with my family. Speaking of DC, is anyone else worried for potentially selling of WB Games by AT&T? What's the consequences for that? Why Dorkun is bottom tier list according to you? Oh, Dorkun. I don't know, because the thing is, I don't know why. I think one of the things that make Makoto, why did I say Makoto? Minato Arisato are really not my personal pick is because, well, he's just an edgy boy. At the core, he's just an edgy boy. But I imagine his personality to be more like the main protagonist of Tokyo Xanadu. If you haven't played Tokyo Xanadu X Plus in Steam, I would imagine that his personality would closely resemble him instead of the dark, brooding, edgy guy. There's this weird segment in Fuka's social link in Persona 3 where she said something along the lines of, "Why are you so positive all the time towards the protagonist?" And I'm like, nah. No, Fuka, you might have been mistaken, Fuka, but or you might have been talking about someone else entirely, but the Persona 3 protagonist is far, or its male version at least, is far from being a positive all the time. So what are your plans? What are my plans on what? We can't focus on many mobile games, too focused on Fire Emblem and Final Fantasy. I want more robot Persona waifus. If NetherRealm gets sold, Injustice is dead for starters. Joe Vinny the Hyena donated $10. Thank you so much. Have to go to work soon because Kung Flu. Ooh. Here's some Americano money from Suffering Furry. Thank you so much for the donation. Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to, once again, want to announce, ladies and gentlemen, Streamlabs, links down below. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. Batman Clone Wars. Yes. Rebirth Outlaws hands down. Most of Atlas games have obscure descriptions of some skills. This skill makes heavy damage. You have no means to know if it would be based on attack, magic, or speed, sometimes other than testing builds. Is Red Hood edgy enough? Actually, depends on which Red Hood you're talking about, because Red Hood in the latter parts of the Outlaws is basically Deadpool. He's basically just being a snarky bastard with a two handgun. And as for Red Hood, Jason Todd specifically post the whole scene with Joker. Yeah, he is an edgy boy. So, I've been playing Yakuza 0, having way too much fun. What kind of fanfiction are you currently thinking about writing about? It's gonna be, it's a Batman fanfiction. It's gonna be 9 seasons. It's gonna be a Batman fanfiction with 9 seasons from Damian Wayne from the very first season all the way up to Damian Wayne. He joined the Teen Titans at season 9. Season 9 essentially ends with Trigon invading the world, and I'm gonna put somewhere along those lines. It's gonna be the Teen Titans have grown up, they become adult, and they have essentially gone full depressed to the point where they just ignore the Teen Titans and they don't want to do the Teen Titans anything else. And then season 8 somewhere is gonna be a crossover between that and Young Justice, or at least the end of season 2 of Young Justice, or at least some parts of the end of the season 2 of Young Justice. Anyway, if both companies were different, I would have liked to have seen a Spider-Verse or Dungeons and Dragons crossover where the Draw wants to sacrifice the spider heroes for being good. A Teen Titans Fire Emblem style RPGs would be cool. Have the Teen Titans from other cities and friendly nemesis as recruitables. So you want Blackfire to be an anti-hero? Somewhat. Mitsuo, a weird way to spell red herring. 10 minutes left until meme stream time. Best love Hina girl, and why is it Shinobu? I'm not really familiar with that, so I can't exactly pick my best girl. What's your opinion on Batwoman and Ruby Rose leaving the show? No opinions on Batwoman, not really paying attention with the whole DC, CW shows, and Ruby Rose leaving the show, not surprised. Node.js is better than Python, changed my mind. Node.js does different things to Python, so have you read Toaru Majutsu no Index? Not really. Do you think Western Comics is done for good? Depends on which Western comic you're talking about. EA and Activision are Take-Two Interactive are considering putting bids on Warner Bros. Games. Batman alternate universe where Bruce had a threesome with Selina and Talia and both got pregnant, so Bruce is now raising Damian and Helena. Huh. I actually want Tokyo Xanadu 2. Tokyo Xanadu 1 is fine. Soundtrack's pretty dope, but the game's fine. I wouldn't say it deserves a sequel. Persona 3 protagonist is just a lazy guy, not edgy guy. He's an edgy guy. I mean, come on, let's be real. He's an edgy guy. He's designed to be an edgy guy. He looks like an edgy guy. He's an edgy guy. Which SMT Persona Demon Persona would you fuck? That's a good question, actually. There are so many of the sexy ones out there. Which is the demon waifu? Well, who is your SMT demon waifu? There are so many of them, I couldn't pick one. What's the most hilarious hoopla that almost killed you out of laughter? There are so many, I couldn't really pick one either. Kung Flu equals Corona Chat. Yes, we know. Once me and my friends got drunk and then we talk about a potential idea of a story where we have the Dragon Ball Z like fights, but all fights are physically correct, there would be so many nuclear mushrooms. Everybody was Kung Flu fighting. Also, good to catch a stream. Dorkin doesn't care about dying, that's why he's just fine with everyone else is sad. If Warner Bros. Gets sold to the Lego games, Rocksteady's Batman and more would be dope. So yes, Red Hood always edgy, but sometimes also funny edgy. Deadpool, but more sass and more attitude. Where can I read that fan fiction? What? It's not done. I'm still on the plot planning stage, not exactly on the writing stage. And writing is gonna be trash. So I thought there were multiple Red Hoods. Again, depends on which Red Hood you're talking about. Yeah, I suppose there are multiple Red Hoods. There's the Joker Red Hood and there's the Jason Todd Red Hood. Appa's Netflix adaptation. They grow up and don't want to be called teens anymore, and they get depressed and edgy when people don't stop calling them Teen Titans. Gravantil donated $1, and now this makes $60. Now to buy multiple games with the price of The Last of Us 2. By the way, everyone, Injustice is free until 25th. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Yeah, not by Last of Us Part 2. Dungeons and Dragons is getting woke and caving to the Twitter SJWs. What else is new? Now I'm just wondering who the best Fire Emblem girl. Why would Drow sacrifice spiders? They worship them. Meme stream approaching. Your fanfiction is the continuation of that essay-like fanfiction of Batman that you still have. No, definitely not. I wonder if the Trail series will take place in another continent. I would love to do that. I would get that. The one Python thing I did was a freaking geometry dash bot. What the WTF what the fuck type of free time I had. My Persona fanfic is still in the concept phase, but it's coming along. Mara. Come on, Mara, seriously. My demon waifu is the flat mermaid. Mara best SMT demon waifu. Actually, speaking of I realized how they really feminized Rangda in Persona 4 Golden. I just realized it now, but if you look at Rangda in Persona 5, Rangda actually looks like Rangda in Bali. But if you see Rangda in the 2D art in Persona 4 Golden, Rangda actually looks like a woman. And I'm like, huh, interesting. Why would you do it that way? Anyway, where was I? Freaking well, where's I? Western comments only rising back up. Patrick Williams loving the last Jedi milk scene was a good laugh. Yeah, we've been through that. Yeah, well, Cloudfish TV thinks that Dungeons and Dragons thing is news. Anything for the YouTube clicks, I guess. I would take the one that is like a half and half combination of Kali and Pavarotti. You should try Legends of Heroes Gangarf trilogy. Actually, I'm not too familiar with that one. I should, because I am a Legends of Heroes guy. I'm a Kiseki guy, so I should be. This. Yeah, maybe sometime. Let's see. Where is I? Flip me over. Okay, here's an idea. Persona, but every persona have their own personality and lives, and every time you fuse them, you brutally kill them, and they beg you not to kill them. Struggling on that. My SMT demon waifu is Alice. Ooh. Tarja is best Fire Emblem girl. Speaking of demon waifus, who's your Helltaker waifu? You mean the... I actually couldn't really pick one. I haven't played the game. Talking about demon waifus, what do you think of Helltaker free to play? Haven't played Helltaker, so... How do you feel about the series? It's okay to pick up girls in a dungeon. Danmachi? It's fine, I guess. Not really that much of a fan. Every demon girl in Helltaker is an S tier. What do you expect for Cyberpunk 2077 after they delay from September to November? It's not really that much of a delay, in my opinion. I expect the game to be good, at least to be playable. Persona 4 the animation as protagonist is true personality. That is actually true. I love the fact that Persona 4... Again, Persona 4 the animation, I said it many times, is basically the abridged version. Persona 4 abridged, but official abridged. It's the official abridged anime. It's a parody of the entire thing, and I fucking love it. I absolutely, really, really love it. Funnily enough, that's how my brother got into Persona. He just watched the Persona 4 anime. So... Good thing I don't play Dungeons & Dragons and instead use a crappy mix of self-made and improvised stuff. Is it good and consistent? Hell no. Is it fun for me and my friends? Hell yeah. Should I be excited or scared that the predictions I made for my Helltalia fanfic 6 years ago are becoming somewhat true? Depends on what your predictions are. I forgot Erika is just the best Fire Emblem girl. Just don't let Ephraim hear you like her. MEMESTREAM will save the world. Murahar's some other gamers gameplay at Last of Us 2 is hilarious. I wonder why Hindus and Buddhists never had an outrage in the depiction in SMT series. I actually wonder the same thing too. Maybe because they have no idea. It's most likely that they have no idea. Best girl from Persona 5. Couldn't really pick one. So many good girls in Persona 5. Anyway, MEMESTREAM, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the meme streams. Freaking donations coming in. Donation from Angel Troy, but no message. Thank you so much for the donation. Regardless, keep them coming. Okay. Yes, I get it. Yeah, shut it, timer. I get it. Do I have an intro for this one? I was too busy making Persona 4, the Persona 4 video. I didn't have time to make an intro, so I'll use last week's intro. -1p. And then below that -1p is the meme stream intro. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there are no fan arts for today, but if you want to submit your fan arts for this week, if you do want to submit your fan arts, please do submit the fan arts on my Twitter, and if you don't have Twitter, you can just submit that to my email. Anyway, let's get into some of the, oh my god, what is this? What is this? Oh, right. Yeah, this one. So, so ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a very funny story. So, I was just chilling. I was just doing some random things on Twitter, just browsing and everything like that. So, I kept my DMs on Twitter open, and funnily enough, I didn't get a lot of messages, which actually, I'm actually kind of cool with that. I get some, but not all, not a lot of messages. And one of the messages is from this particular person. So this particular person decided to send me a message alongside a bunch of other people in the group. And what is this message, you might ask? Well, my boyfriend cheated on me, and all I want now is make fast meets with a stranger. I am honored that I'm going to be a part of the selection of the other 6 more people on the strangers that you're going to have a fast meet with. Are you interested in a 6-some lady? Why do you add me alongside 6 more other people in this 5 more other people in this particular group, including 6 more, including you. So it is 5. What is going on with this? If you're interesting, find me. If you interesting, hear me, find me. If you interesting, find me here. I can't reply in Twitter. More than 1,000 incoming messages now. It links to a blog. Please don't click that. That's obviously gonna be a scam blog in some way. They're gonna try to steal your account. They're gonna try to find a way to convince me to, hey, can you please this link over here? You get to free meet up with this girl who I'm pretty sure it's just a profile picture. It's just some picture that I grabbed from the internet and not the actual girl in question. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Thank you very much. I already have a girlfriend, so I appreciate the offer, though. I am flattered that you would offer me to join up in a 6-some gangbang. If you're into that sort of thing, I guess. Anyway, moving on from that. Tonight, I pulled all my games from Steam, and I don't see myself publishing with them ever again. I urge under indie devs to join me. So we have this person over here, this check mark on Twitter, deciding to remove all the games that this person has from Steam. Oh, why would you do such a thing? Why would you deny so many people's ability to actually purchase your game on a platform that a lot of PC gamers use? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the funniest example of get woke go broke that I have seen in a long time. So this okay. Just embrace yourselves. Over the past week, Steam and Valve have chosen not to address the Black Lives Matter movement, failing to make even a broad and generic statements about racial justice. It's cleaner than ever that the owners of this platform feel beholden to a base of angry white male gamers. This makes me especially sad because I feel that some of these people are the people who most need to hear the message of Black Lives Matter. Obviously, as a company, you guys can do whatever you want. Clearly not, but I find having my games associated with the Steam platform to be embarrassing and a little nauseating. Please retire both of my games, Art School and Lovely Weather. I'm sorry, what are those games again? Art School and Lovely Weather were having, well, I thought it's gonna be like some big freaking names, big freaking names from the indie scene, but I'm not exactly familiar with both those games, and considering that you pulled those games off of Steam, I probably won't be familiar with either of those either. So, from your store ASAP, hashtag Black Lives Matter. So let me get this straight. You decided to, you tried to sell these games, right? Your objective is to sell these games on Steam. You're trying to get money. That's your objective is. Your objective is to get money from the games that you are selling. And this platform, Steam, just so happens to be the most popular PC gaming platform. The platform that a lot of people from around the world are using to purchase games on the PC. But for some reason, you decided, no, I don't want to be participating. I don't want to take a part of this of this particular trade, this capitalistic trade between gamers and developers. No, I don't want to do that because Valve decided to speak out about this particular political cause that I specifically agree with. How dare they not give a megaphone to my political opinion? How dare they? Therefore, I'm going to remove these 2 games that we don't really know. I don't know. I have no idea about these 2 games. I'm gonna remove them off Steam where people cannot buy them. So you have get woke, go broken yourself. You have played yourself. You not only have played yourself, you have woken yourself. You have get woke, go broke. I don't know how you phrase that. You have made get woke, go broke. You have get woken, you have gone woken, and you have broken yourself. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an example in how political opinions that people have can absolutely turn people into this. So I suppose you can either choose to be woke or choose to be broke, and this person chose the broke side. So, well, good for you, I guess. Good for you. Break thyself. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, what is this? So my best friend and I left a Dungeons and Dragons campaign today, and afterwards, the GM's girlfriend, the Game Master's girlfriend, sent me this holy shit lamau. Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to you, Last of Us memes. We'll get to you. Sorry, I was weird. Tried my best. No worries. I think you did your best. It's just not the kind of game I felt could enjoy. Thanks for letting me know. Do you have any feedback for us? I know there's always trying to improve. So this guy over here is the game master. I think the idea, I think blah, 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 DM him and had some much better advice that I could provide, lol. I would love to know, etc., etc. Fuck you. Whoa! Whoa! Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Sorry, I was weird. You tried my best. No worries. Thanks for letting us know. Fuck you. Where did that come from? That's 0 to first right straight up to 100. 0 to 100 immediately. Fuck you. You are so fake. Where did that come from? The fuck? And I mean, go date your best guy friend already. You are obviously in love with him. What? Where did that come from? You heard me. I heard you left because you didn't like me. Wow, you're so shallow. Your marriage is gonna fail. What? Okay. Damn, that escalated into oblivion. This 0 to a 1 billion is like, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I couldn't really do this. Yeah, that's fine. If you need any advice, if you want to ask for something, if you need anything improved, just let me know. Okay, I'll let you know. Well, fuck you. Just straight up. Out of fucking nowhere. I left because I thought the pacing was too fast. And yes, I didn't think you're the type of player I personally would want to play with. That isn't to say you're a bad player or a bad person, just not the type I prefer to play with. Like preferring strawberry ice cream over chocolate. But I do appreciate you coming out and attacking me to prove that I have in fact dodged a bullet and avoided welcoming a toxic person into my life. Have a great day. Hime Takamura, you are absolutely freaking based. That is the most mature way of dealing with this entire shit. The girl just went on fuck you and you replied with one hell of a polite reply. So I'd say give a huge clap. I'm giving a huge clap on that one. What a very, very mature response for this clearly immature person. God damn. Clear just out of nowhere. Anyway. Reset era. I have not showered or bathed since April 2017. I mean... Do I need to say more? It's been a day over 2 months. It's been a day over 2 months. Okay. Normally, I shower, I brush my teeth, and shower every single morning. I often have a quick shower before I sleep. You should. You should. I decided one day in my quarantine to not shower. It was because of laziness.
Why?
I remember reading that some populations of the world have some kind of hormonal chemicals that detect body odor. What? 6762 to $1. The D&D person sounds like an asshole of an ex-friend I used to be with. Ugh. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. I want to test this for my... hold on. You were saying something about... I remember reading that some populations of the world have some kind of hormonal chemicals that detects body odor. Yes. It's called a nose. I wanted to test this for myself. Yeah, it's called breathing. Use your nose. After the third day, my pit started smelling pretty bad. Well, good for you. You are using your nose to actually... But instead of going back to showering, I just put on deodorant. Okay? My crotch and my ass daily got bad too, so I wash those daily with wet whips. But other than those areas of my body, till this day of not showering for so long, I think I'm okay. Well, considering that you are able to post this on Reset Era without any other people, you didn't mention any other people complaining about your particular body odor. Considering that, I assume that either you use a very heavy amount of deodorant to cover up your smell or the fact that you don't ever actually take a bath, or you don't have anybody in your life to actually smell how bad you are. Either way, take a freaking shower, dude. Jeez. I don't work out. I've been naturally lean my whole life, so I don't sweat and get buildup on my skin. My hair got very oily and uncomfortable though, so I just started shampooing over the sink after brushing my teeth. Ugh. You're probably thinking I can't detect my stink myself. Yes. Very incandescent to $1. Dude, Marines in the field don't go without bathing that long. Fucking gross. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. But others do. But others do. That means that you have friends around you. That means you have people around you that can actually smell you. But I occasionally see close friends, especially in the last couple of weeks, and they haven't noticed a change. Well, I think you are using way too much. Either you're using too much heavy, your deodorant is covering up that smell pretty. That deodorant is covering up that smell pretty good, or your friends also have a very bad sense of smell. They couldn't exactly smell your odor, or they're also doing the same thing that you do, which is just one person decided to not bathe since April 2017 is already bad enough, and having you being surrounded by people who actually don't take bath. Ugh. So yeah, showering has just been a waste of water for me all this time. Or they could be lying. Or they could be lying and they said nothing out of politeness. That is true. Well, if this showering thing is a waste of water for you, then why even have a bathroom in your house? Just demolish it and use it for something else. Like, so why would you use your bathroom or anything else? Just use it to poop, I guess. Where you poop? I bet you poop in the sink too. As it's right there to $1. I don't even take that long to take a shower, like this Reset Era user. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Ugh. Let's go to something even more. Something a little less. Actually, I don't know how your standard goes. It'll be less disgusting or more disgusting. So, yeah, The Last of Us 2 memes are coming in. It's The Last of Us 2 memes. So essentially, we got the meme of the girl of I think it was Ellie being choked. No, it was the girl being choked. I forgot who got being choked. The Last of Us 2 choking meme combined with The Last of Us 2, the girl having the sex meme. So this meme is a bit of a combo, and people, thanks to The Last of Us 2 making memes, people are starting to make memes. And by the way, Naughty Dog, your game is out. People can buy your game. People can download your game. We're talking about memes. They're not yours. They're the internet's. Okay? Let's continue. The only good thing that comes out of The Last of Us 2 is all of these. So many freaking memes, ladies and gentlemen. There's so many freaking memes, but Yeah, so many freaking hilarious memes after hilarious memes after hilarious memes of The Last of Us 2. You might want to be asking the context of this entire thing. So essentially what happens is, in The Last of Us Part 2, there is a character that looks like Neil Druckmann, the game's director, humping another character, having sex with another character who is apparently played by a voice actor. And this character, this Neil Druckmann self-insert character is having sex in his own game that he's directing. So, people kind of notice that it's quite self-serving for him as a director of the game. Also, there are a couple of things with The Last of Us Part 2. There's also this. Nothing like misleading your audience thinking Joel will be in the game but then switching his model because they were actually flashbacks. This thread is now devoted to dunking on Cuckman's garbage. Yeah, there are a bunch of garbage that he's in. So there's also this. Laura Bailey, who plays as Abby in The Last of Us Part 2. Turns out that she's also the one doing the motion capture. And then Neil Druckmann's character is fucking Laura Bailey's character in the game, and therefore hence where these memes come from. I've defended the game some, but what the fuck? Neil really added a self-insert sex scene with his character that was done with mocap so he could fuck one of the voice actors. But look at this. I mean, there's Neil Druckmann on the left. Oh my god. Neil Druckmann looks like the villain from Watch Dogs 2. that Silicon Valley freaking hipster, pretentious hipster prick from Watch Dogs 2. Why would you dress yourself like that? You're dressing yourself as the villain. And the way he literally puts self-inserts himself into the game, and this masterpiece of a game, this The Last of Us 2 masterpiece 10 out of 10 game, is just embarrassing. Such an embarrassing display. But that's not all. I mean, there's this Easter egg over here there's this Easter egg of a card, right? Of a trading card with a character named Dr. Uckman, which if you connect them, is clearly reads Druckmann, as in Neil Druckmann, and apparently this person has 100 brains and 60 brawn. 100 brains and 60 nah, fam. I'm sorry. I'm pressing X on that one. That 100 brains. Nah, fam. Nah. Once a well-respected researcher, Dr. Uckman's questionable experiments in the realm of pushing human limits saw him ostracized from the scientific community. Oh my god! Oh my god! You know what, guys? Not sorry. If any of you in the chat says yes on me putting money on The Last of Us 2, I won't be putting my money on Neil Druckmann's masturbatory freaking exclusive on a PS4. No, thank you. No, thank you. In fact, where's my copy of The Last of Us? Is it here somewhere? There it is. There's my copy of The Last of Us. This Neil Druckmann. Okay. I'm gonna be giving this to somebody who actually deserves. Actually, no, nobody deserves to play the game. Jesus, Neil Druckmann. Even the morally compromised Lauren Furcalt of Spark Laboratories. Oh my god, Neil! Found his work dubious. Undeterred, Uckman continued his work in secret, creating super AI to do his bidding and protect his research while he and the new dogs, get it? The new dogs, get it, guys? Get it? The new dogs? Jesus. Stage high-tech heist to fun it all, constantly moving his lab location so no one can find him. He longs for the day where his subjects will be treated as equals. Oh my god! Jesus! Oh man! Nope. I'm sorry. Regardless of whatever you guys do super chats, whatever you tell me to super chats to, I am not putting my money on this self-serving masturbatory fantasy. This is nah, fam. I'm good. I am good. Also, funny thing about this entire thing, Reset Era, the Reset Era that posts such classic as I haven't taken a shower since April 1st. I haven't taken a shower since April. Even they don't like this game. Learn to play left-handed. Watching the XQC stream. What the fuck is this ending? I don't understand this Catalina bit. Seems completely absurd that anyone would ever do that. I asked this in the original topic. But how do I access the pre-order bonus DLC? XUC actually laughing at the end and muttering, "This is so bad. Ouch." Do game reviewers not watch films 10 out of 10? There's no way that this ends. The script can end on, "Yup, I think he's in the bargaining stage." What's the point of the last flashback? So, yes. Reset Era doesn't like this game. I mean, there are a lot of things that Reset Era doesn't like, but considering that this is the kind of people that Neil Druckmann is trying to please, the really easily satisfied people of Reset Era who will eat up all the mainstream trash and everything like that, yeah. Good job, Neil Druckmann. John Vinny Dahaini did $5. I seen gay porn that does suck as much as their own dick as Druckmann. Ugh. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. And Grab One Tool donated $3. You should check out IGN's review score versus IGN's Japan. Yeah, apparently apparently IGN's review of the Western IGN is very high. It's like 10 out of 10. IGN, very epic, perfect game. But the Japanese IGN review is like 7 out of 10, which is incredibly generous for this level of self-serving cringe. But thank you so much for the donation anyway. Keep them coming. Yeah, it goes on. Anyone have a gif of that guy's face during the ending? It's a show that Joel and Ellie were gonna get back on good terms with each other the day before Joel was killed. Yeah, Joel was killed is pretty much confirmed. The thematic point of it is not sure, just some kind of cruel for no reason. That ending was something, it was a bit boring. Yeah, so people are hating on this game. Everybody's hating on this game. All the game journals giving it a 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. The 10 out of 10. Perfect game of the decade. Last of Us 2. Very revolutionary game of the decade. But everybody left and right is hating on this game. They look at people stream on the game. They look at people's freaking playing the game online. And they look at PewDiePie playing the game. Even freaking PewDiePie. God bless his soul, PewDiePie. Tried to play the game. Tried to get through the game. But he says, nah, I couldn't. Guys, this is so boring, guys. I'm not really that interested in playing this game. Like, I can't blame him. So... yeah, so if you really just want to watch the whole shit show, well, the cutscenes are free on YouTube. Don't buy the game. If you're buying the game, the act of you purchasing the game right now is pretty much the same as you sucking on Neil Druckmann's dick at this point. This is his game. This is his masturbatory fantasy game where he can self-insert his own character to fuck off to having a sex with another character. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. Last of Us 2 gaming just grew up. No, BBC, no, BBC, no, BBC. Last of Us 2 gaming just grew. No, it doesn't. Look at all the dumb things that have been happening with The Last of Us Part 2. It's just, no, BBC, no, it doesn't. Critics have been asking when video games would grow up for years. The real question is this: when will films catch up with video games like The Last of Us Part 2? Okay, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Hollywood Reporter, come on, y'all. Please. Bitch, please. Also, Neil Druckmann, for some reason, is not exactly happy that people are making fun of his game. Not surprised, but still kind of funny. With all due respect, I find these kinds of ironic jokes to be unproductive at best. Neil Druckmann, unproductive at best. Yes, sure, Neil Druckmann. These jokes on the internet are the most unproductive things that you can do in your life. But self-inserting yourself to fuck another voice actor, in a game, and self-inserting yourself in an Easter egg in a game where you try to stroke yourself's ego, freaking finally I find it. That game is your freaking cum, Neil Druckmann. Okay? That game is I don't even else know what I don't. Yeah. Vincent 207 into $1. What's with the industry's obsession with growing up? They're kids. They're filled with a bunch of children. They're filled with a bunch of children who are unable to recognize the fact that adults are perfectly fine with enjoying kiddie stuff. Actually, that depends on the content. But actually, entertainment, any sorts of entertainment in general. Adults can enjoy them enjoy them just fine. As long as they enjoy them, as long as it makes them happy, go right ahead. But unfortunately, the media has this mindset that video games or anime or cartoons or you do all of this and somehow you are not mature. You are not moving on. You are actually have to grow up and be an adult and be a productive member of society. You need to stop consuming escapist entertainment, etc., etc., etc. It's what the media does. You get the drill. But anyway, let's check out what these jokes, these specific screenshot that Neil Druckmann is really upset with. Okay, so yeah, I've talked about this. Oh, freaking! God damn it! God damn it, PowerPoint! I'm asking you to zoom, but you're not zooming in. Freaking PowerPoint coming in. PowerPoint's crashing again. Give me a minute. Real monsters. PowerPoint's crashing again. Where was I? Okay, there you go. Freaking PowerPoint's coming in and crashing the game. One of the all-time bad gaming things. Print this out and browse it. Truly, Ikaruga is the eyes Eliway's Hollow Knight in the Schmups. Wii Sports Resort in a Sophie's Choice on sports games. See, Bioshock's audio logs are a lot like the Diary of Anne Frank. Okay, Neil Druckmann, you just made Jason Schreier made a funny joke. Neil Druckmann, what the hell are you been doing, Neil Druckmann? You just made Jason Schreier to make a funny joke. Bruh, absolute failure. What the hell? Nice wallpaper. Oh yeah, I have the Monica wallpaper. I forgot. Sorry about that. Sorry if I scared the shit out of you, but yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, where is I? Hey Neil, this is weirdly personal. Still not sure why you feel the need to go after me in multiple tweets for expressing that I feel an analogy was tacky. I sure hope it's not related to my recent reporting on your studio. Be well and best of luck on the launch. Wow, you know what? Let them fight! Let them fight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm signing on Jason Schreier on this one. Let them fight! Hashtag let them fight. Neil Druckmann versus Jason Schreier. Come in. Let them fight. Let them fight. I'm giving Jason on this one. He's actually right. I'm siding with Jason on this particular fight. Who are you gonna place your bets, guys? Let them fight. Where's my boxing ring? Let them fight. Let them fight. But place your bets, guys. Place your bets. Who got some money on Jason? Who got some money on Neil? Who got some money on Jason? Who got some money on Neil? Who got some money on Neil? Oh man. Anyway, what is this? Damn yeah, Last of Us 2 is really suffering with all of its special edition pre-orders being sold out for months and all of its insanely high review scores. You're right, putting politics in games make them less money. Tell me, did you know that most games are political? Oh, we're talking about that, aren't we? What is The Last of Us 2 and is there lesbians? Lamau. The Last of Us 2 and what is TLO2 and is there lesbians? The Last of Us 2 and yes, the lead character is lesbian. Ground Control did it to $1. One more thing, check out Silver Gunner's uploads Thai past day. All golf related rips. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. The Last of Us 2 is like the only AAA game I can think of where the main character is a canon lesbian and these sweaty nerds are whining about video games being ruined by politics. It's just one game and one lesbian. I don't get it. Very good answer to $1. What would be worse, playing Last of Us 2 or watching all of the episodes of Thundercat Roar? Both would be worse. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Let's go! I'm buying it out. Wow. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, it just... Yeah, I'm going to be buying The Last of Us Part 2 just because it has a lesbian chick in it. How about you buy any other lesbian games on Steam at least? Kindred Spirits is pretty good. Kindred Spirits on the River is pretty good on Steam. Go buy that instead of this. Yeah, so this is one of the things, this is one of the memes, one of the points that we're trying to make here. The journalists, right? American lesbians are progressive, right? The American lesbians are progressive. If we're gonna show lesbians kissing in a video game or something like that, that's progressive. But how dare you people on the anime sphere showing these Japanese anime masturbatory fantasy for incels, showing two girls kissing. How dare you? This is not very progressive. Clearly not supporting our progressive agenda of... Actually, what is your progressive agenda? So... Yeah, and considering that this is okay. This is perfectly okay for Sony. Sony thinks that this is perfectly okay, but when Sony decided to censor video games, censor all of these Japanese games, those Japanese games are not okay. One of the examples is this one. I'll kind of forward them across the blue. P-Cube said, we have recently received many requests for clarification around the potential scene of modification on our upcoming visual novel release. I'll kind of forward them across the blue. These changes apply to the PlayStation 4 version only. It still goes on to this day. The Sony censorship still goes on to this day. They're still doing this shit. They don't stop at any point. I don't recall them ever stopping. They have moved their entire freaking gaming division to California. You know, freaking California, the very, very progressive California. They move it there. And here's what you get. You got Sony decided to look at these two things, having these mindset that, hey, you making these Japanese games, visual novels, that's clearly for incels. But this is clearly progressive. It's very progressive. Knowing the fact that Neil Druckmann, the game's director, is fucking the voice actor. He's self-inserting himself in a game where he fucks another person. Yes, that is a very progressive move indeed for these people. Seriously, why are you doing at this point? I've already said this in my video. If you're care so much about censorship, you would don't get to the consoles. Really, what are you even doing? So yeah, this is the meme. This is the mocap literal fuck. Sony is perfectly fine. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. This scene over here. I'm just gonna show a screen, one frame of it. If I show any more than one frame, I am pretty sure that your eyes are gonna be burned into oblivion. So I would rather not do that for the people on the stream. But that one frame over there is just one frame. Just one frame out of like the 30 plus frames for every second that this scene happens. So I would rather show you one frame instead of subjecting you all into multiple frames of this. So yes, but the bottom one though, that can go up to 1 million frames. That's perfectly fine. But seriously, the hypocrisy of the Sony of Sony. Sony 101. This is perfectly well-balanced content, but how dare you show girls in swimsuits, like in Samurai Kagura, inhibiting the sound growth and development of young people. It's demeaning to women. Learning the difference could save your job. Yeah, it's perfectly fine that we have a game where this guy over here, the game director, is self-inserting himself as another character and fucking a game character in the game. And but these are not. These are just masturbatory fantasy for incels. Well, I argue, Sony, that on the left is a very high budget of masturbatory fantasy for Neil Druckmann, the freaking incel of him. I mean, Jesus Christ. Is that even a woman? Good question. Yeah. So there's also this particular conversation. Wait, so voting directly against the opposition makes me a part of the opposition. Oh dear me or my. Isn't this just another case of people thinking that left-leaning people can possibly have the same mentality of censorship, but just use different methods to get the same result as the right? Because plenty lefties censor the same shit on here daily. Exactly. This is why I said it's Sony moved into America, California, whatever, and they decided to censor a lot of these Japanese games. But no. That is clearly wrong. Your obvious mistake is to assume censorship is a priori bad thing. Yes. 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 I don't know what else to say, but that is a yes. That's a yes. Yes, it is. Yes. Yes. It is bad. When in fact it depends on oh wow, even I wouldn't put that it depends. As the guy who constantly says it depends all the time, even I wouldn't put it depends on fucking censorship. For instance, in a lawful society, child porn is censored. We're not talking about child porn. That's an entirely different thing. You wouldn't speak against that, at least not publicly. What? The left uses censorship sparingly against bad things. Yeah, let me try to look at the bad things the bad things that the left is censoring. Oh yeah, this upcoming visual novel release that the left or whatever, the people at Sony's California is trying to censor. Yeah, those are the bad things of our society. The child porn that will corrupt our youth and society. The bad things. The right censors sexual content between your consenting adults if it doesn't fit in your heteronormative worldview. Yeah, in the 90s maybe, in the 80s, in the 70s, not in current year. You would throw all queers in the gas chambers if you had absolute power? Whoa! Jesus! God damn! Whoa! Whoa! That just came out of nowhere! You would throw all queers in the gas chambers if you had absolute power? Jesus, dude! What made you think that way? How pessimistic is your worldview that you have to assume that everybody who disagrees with you will automatically throw all queers into gas chambers? What the hell, dude? Yeah, so again, I'm showing this thumbnail. I'm using this as a thumbnail to show you what The Last of Us 2, the overall point of The Last of Us 2 is trying to make. It's trying to make the point that we are the human beings are the real monsters of the conversation. And then I just want to say that all of the replies in this particular screenshot from Left 4 Dead, we are the real monsters. And then and then everybody on the bottom replies, you are the real moron. No, that's the zombies. Have you been outside, jackass? I think it's them, stupid. I hope you are dead. I've missed the internet. These are very base takes. Absolutely base takes on whoever wrote these entire things. Whoever wrote this on the freaking on the freaking wall over there, absolutely base people. I hope they survive in the particular Left 4 Dead zombie apocalypse scenario. They do recognize that the real monsters are the freaking zombies. Base Valve. Ooh, 420 viewers. Anyway, there's also this. This particular meme has been circulating around the internet, and this meme over here is interesting to say the least, and the reason why I find it interesting is because at least it's a meme talking about the gamers, all the gamers, and the gamers in the 80s and the 90s, and the gamers in the 2020s, and the modern millennial age of the coronavirus, etc., etc. So gamers in the 90s and 80s and the 90s are like, I just beat 32 games in a week without cheats, and this Tomb Raider game looks cool. But the gamers in 2020, they'll be like, there's a girl in this game. There's a girl in this game. I'm scared. Or something along those lines. This isn't exactly representative of reality, isn't it? I mean, how can the gamers in the 80s and 90s, these gamers from the 80s and the 90s, how could they be okay with Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, a woman, a female, a girl, a female, a woman in a video game, but they're not okay with the girls and the women in the games in the 2020. It's almost as if there's another reason why they're not okay with certain representation of girls in certain video games. But yeah, this is clearly bait. But there are people who believe in this, and actually, funny thing, there's a counter meme for this. I do love these counter memes. So. The author that you like is a piece of shit. H.P. Lovecraft fans. Yes, we know he's a red. I can't read further for that. He's a racist bitch. H.P. Lovecraft fans. Yes, we know he's racist, but he has made a lot of great works. J.K. Rowling fans. Hatsune Miku wrote Harry Potter. Oh, big boo-hoo, big violin for all the J.K. Rowling fans out there. All the Harry Potter fans who have adored J.K. Rowling for years. Now that they have seen all the bad things from J.K. Rowling, they have to unperson J.K. Rowling and pretend that J.K. Rowling is not the person who wrote their all-time favorite books or etc., etc. People absolutely excuse Lovecraft. I've seen more, but he's a product of his times than lol, yeah, he was racist. No, I've seen people who say the latter than the former. He is racist. This is not even a discussion. It's not even a debate. He is racist. I mean, the two statements aren't mutually exclusive. He was both a product of his time and a racist, but that's what makes his work interesting to examine. Yeah, that is actually a very reasonable take. Or he was a racist and a shit writer who had interesting ideas that inspired much better, less racist works. Yeah. So you're just gonna straight up call people racist because you don't like their work, or you're just gonna call people's works to be bad because you think the person who made them are racist. Well, yeah, I'm pressing X on that Persona stan. Can we have a day where we dunk on Persona stans at this point? The persona stands are getting ridiculous. We're just gonna need to have an entire freaking stream dunking on them really dumb persona stands. Ugh, ew, exactly. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna say it again. If you support adult/minor ships, please unfollow me. These includes Kesara, Sosara, Sokana, ew, etc. I have no idea where those particular pairing names are from. If somebody in the chat is aware of this, please let me know. Okay. Oh, hey, I saw you followed that ad who's a Japanese Naoreko artist. They ship some of the ships. Ooh. So, let me get this straight. You don't want to support an adult minor ships, these particular adult minor ship, but you follow an artist, a Japanese artist, who follow a ship that is also an adult minor. Yeah, not exactly a very good look on you, and I love the fact that this is a hidden reply. I absolutely love the fact that this is a hidden reply from you, which means that you are absolutely aware of your own hypocrisy. You are aware that you are telling people, hey, I'm not gonna support, please, if you support adult minor relationships, these particular ships in particular, I still don't know who these are. Not even the chat knows who these are. Please don't support these ships, but please do support this other ship. But I'm going to support this other adult minor ship. At 20 equals the age of majority in Japan. Now is a minor, and Naoreka is considered adult minor for Japan. Hope this helps you avoid content that you do not want to support. Ooh. I have no idea what Naoreku is. I don't know who these freaking pairings are. Not even the chat knows who these are. So yeah, not a very good look for you, person who wants to virtue signal about all of those people who support adult minor relationships of fictional characters. You don't know fandom history, bro. Do you? Do you seriously not remember the unabashed racism and pedophilia of every fandom platform in the 2000s and the 2010s? The common presence of proudly racist content, slave alternate universe, no black or people of color alternate universe. Whoa. I'm not familiar. I'm not exactly familiar with that. I don't know the kinds of people that you've been hanging out with, but the fact that you're hanging out with the kinds of people that have the common presence of proudly racist fan content, that fan fictions or whatever, slave alternative universe, no blacks or POCs alternative universe. Well, it tells a lot more about you when you mention the fact that you know about these things, because I don't. I'm not familiar with this. The stamps promoting underage relationships in and out of fiction. Maybe you are familiar with this, but I am not. Teenagers getting not safe for work cosplay requests just out in the open. The fact that Vic McNuggets was a known creep for years. Seriously? We were talking about that. And nothing was done until recently. I literally remember my first AWA when I was 12, hearing about him. How many times did kid cosplayer get roped into shipping photo shoots with cosplayers twice the age in public? Why can I still not call out the popular cosplayer in my state for making out with me when I was 14?
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
You have issues because it's still seen as acceptable in the fandom. The presence of ships like Stridercess and Broket were directly related to me and 3 of my other friends being groomed by cosplayers in our high school days. I was targeted specifically because I cosplayed Dave and because for years I was told by fandom that incest is wincest. Well, that's your fault then. This is your fault. This is your fault. That's pretty much on you. This entire issue that you were talking about is on you. For some reason, you decided to pretty much expose yourself to tell the world that you used to think that incest is wincest, and you never even think of not applying that particular fetish into real life figures. Why are you exposing yourself like this? This is embarrassing. Anyway, what is this? I love Avatar, I love Pokemon, I love My Hero Academia, I love superheroes, I love fantastical enchanted worlds to escape in, but for black people to keep these fandoms trending in pop culture, I don't like how we're rarely, if ever, seen in those worlds. I'm going to fix that. Wait, hold on. I love Avatar. There are dark-skinned people in Avatar. Not black people for certain, but there are definitely dark-skinned people in Avatar. Unless you want somebody in Avatar that is like absolutely like 100% black. How would that be? Wait. Isn't the demon who steal people's faces technically black? 100% black. Sorry. I love Pokemon. Okay, there are many Pokemon's trainers out there that are not. Hey, babe, Cubase just fell down. There are many Pokemon trainers out there who are not white. I love My Hero Academia. Okay, My Hero Academia, just like Pokemon, is a Japanese property, and they're not exactly gonna be putting characters who don't look like the common Japanese young adults or teenagers to be in the game, in the anime. So I'm really sorry to see that your mainstream popular anime that is mostly targeted for young boys in Japan is not catering to the young boys in America. So I love superheroes. There are many black superheroes. What do you want? What else do you want? I love fantastical enchanted worlds to escape in. But for black people to keep these fandoms trending in pop culture, I don't like how we're rarely, if ever, seen in those worlds. You know, I think it's mostly because black people just like those things because they're enjoyable, because they're fun, because they're actually entertaining, and not because they can see black people in it. I'm just saying that you have a very arbitrary standard of the kinds of entertainment that black people need to consume. Are you saying that black people only need to consume the kinds of entertainment that only have them in? Are you gonna basically tell them, hey, you just need to watch Boondocks and that's it? Which honestly, I don't mind. I mean, I like Boondocks, but I mean, there are definitely many other shows that are not just the Boondocks. Come on, yo. I don't like how we're rarely, if ever, seen in those worlds. I'm going to fix that. Yeah, so there's weird criteria, but let's move on. Anyway, what is this? Okay. Monica! Monica, come. God damn it, Monica. Why do you always crash my PowerPoint every single freaking time? I can't even zoom in. Freaking Monica just coming in. Yeah, PowerPoint's crashing, gonna blame her. Anyway, where was I? If you ever feel lonely in your life, remind yourself that at least you didn't make this. Okay, what is this? So, okay, it's Lost Boss, it's Noble trying to make his own waifu tier list. There's a lot of waifus in there, so I gotta give huge credits for him to making all of this. So, I gotta give huge credits for Noble from Lost Boss to make all of these. There's quite a lot of waifus in there, so yeah, good job, Noble, for making all of these. Yeah, I gotta give props to the dedication. Assuming that he's the one who made this himself, and not just being taken off of our anime or something. But yeah, if you ever feel lonely in your life, remind yourself that at least you didn't make this. So this person over here is trying to shame Noble for making an anime waifu tier list, and it has hundreds and hundreds of animes out, probably hundreds of anime characters in there. And this person is like, oh my god, this person is a lonely, sad, pathetic weeb. At least if you ever feel lonely in your life, at least you know that you are not this much of a loser of a person making anime tier waifu list. Did you just put freaking the A tier list is Noble? I'm gonna have to disagree with some of your picks on there, but regardless, yeah. So we're gonna still have these people saying if you decided to, well, first off, this is what Noble does. First off, this is what Noble does. This is what Noble always tweets about. He always tweets about dumb anime jokes. If you don't like to see dumb anime jokes in your timeline, then don't follow Noble, or mute his timeline, or mute him, or block him, etc., etc. He always put on dumb anime memes. If you don't like that sort of stuff in your particular Twitter timeline, then mute him or block him, etc., etc. That's the first point that I want to make. The second point that I want to make is that he has a girlfriend. He has a girlfriend. I'm just saying to you that the fact that his girlfriend over here, who is also an anime fan, his girlfriend is perfectly fine with him doing all of this because this is just him trying to have fun in the particular fandom that he's trying to join in. So God forbid that he puts on have a little bit of fun and puts on his anime waifu tier list. His girlfriend wouldn't like it, even though she's also an anime fan, which, by the way, it is absolutely possible for girls or women in general to like anime too, in case you're living in this particular rock that clearly does not share that particular knowledge. But regardless, yeah, this is a really weird way of taking this person down. Clearly you are jealous of I assume you are jealous of the clout. But anyway, there's also this. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have talked about the Goodbye Volcano High trailer. The Goodbye Volcano High game that was shown in the PlayStation 5 reveal. It was the game that it's basically furry Life is Strange. The one that has those dinosaurs, things, etc. I talked about that in my last stream. There's a bunch of hoopla in regards to the writer of the particular game. I talked about it in the last stream, but there's a bit more hoopla from this guy too. So let's get into it. Narrative game featuring a queer narrative created by a diverse team with multiple storylines and unique endings. And like every queer game is able to do lots of monsters and not a single character with body fat. Ladies and gentlemen, it has finally come into fruition. The people that this particular game is trying to appeal to is now trying to trash the game for not being inclusive enough. It's freaking amazing. Oh my god. I put in that laugh track again. I mean, Jesus Christ. Not inclusive enough. Need more fat people. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm glad to see more queer games on big platforms like this, but like, when all y'all feel like it's easier to stuff your game with literal monsters, but every character is super thin, or body normative, imagine how me, a fat queer player, feels. Yeah. Oof. Love is dead. Hey, Appa, do you prefer wine or beer? I haven't drank either, so I made a continuous and severe lapse in judgment. You may notice hashtag cancel Optimus. I was challenged to say pogger, in which I did. I did not realize that this was as offensive as it is. Wait, what? Since when did poggers since when is pogger offensive? Is it because it says po instead of knee? Is it because it's po instead of knee? Seriously? Is that why people are taking the issues with? Are we gonna censor boogers now? Or burger? Or ninja? Ginger? Or any other word that ends with a jur? Germany? Not that one. The fuck's Pogger? Pogger is the meme. The meme, the guy that goes. The meme, the guy that goes like that. The meme, the guy that with the big fish mouth on his big fish mouth on him. 671691 buck. How long till someone complained that there isn't a different able-bodied dinosaur? Thank you so much for the donation. Keep coming. And some other gamers based. Absolutely base Mudahar coming into the replies and shouting poggers. Absolutely base. I just gotta give huge claps to Mudahar right there. Base Mudahar, some ordinary gamers coming in and saying poggers right below this particular comment. Absolutely base. Just, what's wrong with poggers? I don't get it. Who cheats more? tweets more. Retweet for guys and like for girls. There's 10,900 retweets for the guys and 87,800 likes for the girls. Woo, boy. Woo, boy. Imagine you played yourself. Woo. Rest in peace. Y'all know y'all fucking lying. Guys cheat more. Due to the results, I've came to realize that men are liars. Well, unfortunately, this person is in denial of the result of this particular poll that people are having, which is kind of odd considering that Twitter is more friendly with likes. With retweets than they do with likes. So, yeah. So go ahead and deny the statistics all you want, but the people on Twitter have spoken. Girls cheat a lot more than the guys. I mean, you seen the whole BS with Katarino and Call Me Carson? Yeah, that girl is cheating like 7 to 8 guys last time I checked. Yeah. Anyway, oh yeah. Oh yeah, this happened a couple of days ago. This happened a couple of days. I forgot that this happened. Yeah, people are trying to cancel Sakimi-chan again. Again. Oh man, we have already talked about how Sakimi-chan gets a lot of people hounding on her because she decided to draw characters that are problematic or something along those lines. Actually, I had a video already on this, but it got demonetized. And I decided, you know what, I might as well talk about this entire thing on stream because I talk about pretty much a lot of the hooplas regarding Sakimi-chan. Yeah, poor Sakimi-chan in the other stream. So why begin with a video? So anyway. Okay, let's get her up out of here. Sakimi-chan is getting the axe this season. So this person over here is trying to cancel the artist Sakimi-chan on Twitter. And the reason why is because Sakimi-chan decided to like a couple of tweets. She decided to like a tweet from Candace Owens, who, let's just say, is a very controversial figure to not just the SJWs, but also anybody in general. Yeah, she's a very controversial figure, not exactly popular amongst a lot of people. And she liked a tweet from her. And actually, she just liked a tweet from her in general. Actually, it's not just that. But she also liked a tweet from somebody who's exposing black man in Black Lives Matter hashtag. Hashtag Black Man Exposed or Black Man Exposed. I don't know what the context of that video is. Not sure what that sentiment is, but there's also this. Pat Lynch on the effect of and the anti-police movement. Our politicians wants us to walk away from our communities and abandon you. Oh no, she liked tweets saying that being anti-police is not very helpful to the society. Confession, George Floyd is neither a martyr or a hero, but I hope his family gets it. So she liked this tweet, essentially. Now, we can have an argument about whether or not the arguments that these people make are true or not. That's not the point. The point is, she liked these tweets, and a lot of her some of her fans, or some of their haters, actually, she has a lot of haters, they don't like it. Well, first off, considering that you're a hater, you're not you wouldn't exactly care about her in general if you're a hater, unless if you're like a very dedicated hater, I suppose. But this is just one of your attempt in trying to cancel her because you are jealous of her clout, I suppose. But yeah, a bunch of people tried to cancel. They got pissed at Sakimi-chan for deciding to like tweets that people don't like. And Sakimi-chan can dislike Black Lives Matter or rioting, but I can't dislike her. Well, no. That's not what people are trying to say. Of course you can dislike her. It's just that the act of you trying to cancel her based on these criteria that you're trying to bring up are pretty dumb. You're trying to cancel somebody based on the tweets that she likes. It's not exactly a very productive thing to do, but it's a social media, so I don't exactly expect everybody to do productive things in social media. So many of y'all follow her. I'm sure a lot of people have mutuals with her. Did no one see this? What the fuck is going on? Not shocked enough, doesn't old girl draw age-up porn of minor characters like all the time? Well, I mean, if you're going to hate on her, then if you know that she has a bad reputation, then how about you just leave her alone? Just don't do this shit. I mean, come on. Hey guys, Oh yeah, it turns out that this person over here who is trying to cancel Sakimi-chan, this person also tries to cancel another artist. Hey guys, y'all remember my beef with this person? Turns out that they are still at it, but with other artists, trying to cancel other artists now. So yeah, this person over here trying to cancel Sakimi-chan for this particular arbitrary standard of her tweets that she likes. This person is also trying to, was trying to cancel other artists as well, including this account over here. They tried to get a tweet of mine they didn't like taken down with false reporting. This person is not a good person. Oh, yeah, I agree. This person is very not a good person. I mean, it's just based on the tweets that they like. You're just gonna cancel this person based on tweets. But unfortunately, Sakimi-chan has to cater into, need to put in an apology post to everybody, and trying to bring up the statements and trying to address all the controversy to everybody. And this is, in her mind, this is the right thing to do. But the problem here, again, is the fact that the people that you are trying to apologize to are not going to apologize to you. Maybe your fans will say, hey, it's fine. It's not really much of an issue. They're not exactly. But if they are actually your real fans, they won't really be bothered by it. They would agree. They would disagree with you, but at least they won't try to cancel you or whatever. These people are the haters. These haters are not going to be deterred by your particular apology. But that being said, there are also a couple of criticisms that I want to make on this really not very bright move. But at least I believe that this is the move that you make, that you believe to be a good move to make. But here's the thing. Let's get to the apology. Hey guys, as you may know, this account has gotten a lot of attention lately over some likes in the feed. The world has changed so quickly, and the power and hope of the Black Lives Matter protests have sparked hope for the many people who have been marginalized and oppressed for way too long. Change is not without its frustration though, and it's someone with many someone with many friends who are also small business owners in cities across the world, as well as friends who are police or family with law enforcement, our hearts break for the people being harmed by some of the looting and rioting that have occurred in some areas. Please understand that I do not confuse people destroying things with the many people peacefully protesting for equality and change. I also don't really follow American politics closely, and I'm not really interested in taking sides in any political discussion. Well, the thing is, here's the big problem. You not taking any political side in anything, in any discussion on Twitter, that means that people on Twitter have this mentality is that either you're with us or you're against us. Even if you're just sitting on your ass at a toilet doing nothing, and if you don't contribute or if you don't explicitly say that you are helping their cause, you are automatically against their cause. That's how it works on Twitter. So you can't take a neutral stance. Unfortunately, for a lot of these people on Twitter, they don't care if you take a neutral stance. They would rather have you to join their side. And yeah. Very incandescent to $1. Serial cancelers, they should be canceled. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. But yeah, please understand I already read that. I'm not really just taking side in political discussions. I am pro-peaceful protests that have resulted in police reform and other positive changes, and I'm against the violence from both the riots, looting, as well as the police violence towards peaceful protesters. Yeah, see, this is the centrist take, and people don't like it when you take the centrist take. I also appreciate the peaceful protesters that have band together to stop looters and protect others from harm from those who seek cause trouble. Those are my thoughts. Other than that, I'm here for the art and will try to keep this account art only to both focus on my feed as well as in my like area. You know what? Good for you, Sakimi-chan. Good for you. Try to keep, if you want to keep this art, just this particular account art only, just keep it art only. But again, as I said before, these people, these haters, do not care if you apologize, and they do not care if you don't care about American politics. Not caring about American politics is a sign that you are their enemy in their eyes. That's just how toxic social media really is. So yeah, good for you, Sakimi-chan. But this doesn't stop the haters. It goes on. This person over here said, I'm going to focus on art only. No, that ain't it. You have a huge following, and staying silent about the depth of police brutality is contributing to that silence and making it worse. Educate yourself, and if you're worried about small businesses, donate to them. So let me get this straight. Sakimi-chan, she pretty much already stated that she doesn't condone all the police brutality. She doesn't want the police to become violent. She doesn't want the police to abuse their power. She pretty much said this right here on the page, but because she doesn't agree enough with you, that means that she needs to use her account to post your particular things, to push your particular political stance. No. I'm sorry, but no. You have a huge following and staying silent about the depth of police brutality. She's not staying silent. She clearly spoken up in this particular tweet. Only once though, but what do you want more? Do you want more? She clearly doesn't want more. This is her freaking art account. Anyway, contributing to that silence and making it worse. Educate yourself. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is the line that I find absolutely spectacular, that I just find it so just incredible. Just the temerity of the people, the absolute temerity of the freaking Twitter warriors and the social justice warriors on Twitter, telling people who they disagree with and saying that they should educate themselves. No. How about you people who are clearly passionate about this particular topic? How about you people educate them? Why don't you spend your time and place to I mean, these are very clearly serious issues. These are issues of police brutality. These are issues of the police abusing their power. These are the issues of the police being corrupt. But you make no effort in trying to educate people about this particular topic. I mean, if I have a topic that I'm passionate about, like say PC gaming or censorship in gaming, I want to talk about it. I'll talk about it. I'll educate people about it. That's what I would do. But clearly you don't. It makes me to question if you're genuinely passionate about this entire thing. It makes me to starting having thoughts that you are basically just faking this entire thing just to virtue signal on people, just to dunk on a particular artist that you don't like. So, yeah. And it goes on and on. They began to even straight up not liking her particular art in general. So now that she got canceled, they're going to basically expose themselves. The haters are going to expose themselves. Well, actually, we don't like her art. Just straight up. So this over here, this is her art. This is her work on an Animal Crossing character. If this wasn't enough to tell you Sakimi-chan is racist, I don't know what will. This is the ugliest catboy I've ever seen. How do you turn Raymond or Black Hold on. Are you talking about this Raymond? This? Are you referring to this Raymond in particular? We're talking about this? How? What did you refer to this Raymond as? The Black King? But I don't know about you. I may have been colorblind, but I'm not seeing this Raymond Animal Crossing character to be black. So I don't get, is that your standard of racist, that a gray character is apparently a black king now? What? Yeah, that was Sakimi-chan's art. That was Sakimi-chan's art. And yeah, this person, because of calling Raymond the Black King, decided got so many backlash from so many people and decided to lock the account. So yeah. So now that everyone agrees that censored Sakimi-chan is trash, I'm posting this. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. You're gonna stoop this low. You're gonna stoop this. If you're just gonna stoop this low to make fun of this particular artist, I mean, this is supposed to be a cat, so of course this person is supposed to be a cat. This depicting the cat boy, so of course this cat boy is gonna act that way. So yeah. Also, the one thing that needs to be talked about is the fact that a lot of the Animal Crossing fan arts, the Animal Crossing fan art that turns Raymond into a human, yeah, most of them are Caucasian or white. So Sakimi-chan, either she's following the trend, or either she's just following the trend, or she doesn't actually recognize that the animal is black, or she's not exactly paying attention to your particular Animal Crossing fandom that states out that Raymond is your black king, quote unquote. Yeah. Also, the many people just coming in to make fun of her because she dares to make fun of, she dares to like people's tweets. And you know what? I'm kind of amazed on the fact that she is able to handle a lot of these backlash from these people. These people coming in is straight up bullying her. This is straight up bullying. They just made fun of her art. They just bullied her. But yeah, it's okay when we bully the people that we don't like. That's just how social media goes these days. So there's also this. This term spicy lady pinup pieces, more to come, and not safe for work, blah, 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 blah. Why are you posting sexualized pics of a black woman after being called out for being a racist bitch, sus? Because that's what she does. Because she is a lewd artist. That's what she does. She draw lewd characters, some of whom are not white. I'm sorry if this is a surprise to you, but well, newsflash, Sakimi-chan is a lewd artist who draw lewd characters. Some of these lewd characters are not white. I'm sorry to shook all of your world right there. I'm sorry to provide such a staggeringly shocking worldview. Jeez. You've lost so many followers. Really? You've lost so many followers. I don't think she's losing that many followers. I don't think she's more popular than ever, especially with the fact that these people are canceling her or trying to cancel her. I hope I get your block to add my collection. Wow. Really? Really? That's it? Okay. It feels weird to me that y'all needed Sakimi-chan to be even more shitty to unfollow. Like, people were vocal about the not safe for work of minors, but even if you miss literally every one of those posts, their icon is not safe for work of on persona, and in their pin there's not safe for work of Pokemon protagonists. Yeah, the profile picture is just on wearing a swimsuit, which happens in the game. She is a model. She wears swimsuit. That's what she does. Every Persona character have worn swimsuits and have been subjected to lewd jokes. I don't understand why this is something brand new for you. Come on, y'all. And in their pin, there's not safe for work of Pokemon protagonists. There's so many better artists you can support. Saki clearly has morals that do not align well with our future world. Wow. 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 You just straight up said it. My morals are better than yours. I just want to flex how virtuous, how moralistic I am into the world. Clearly, it's not based on my own personal jealousy of her popularity and clout. No. It's based on the fact that she made tweets. She liked tweets that I don't like, that I personally find morally reprehensible. John Vinny the Hyena donated $5. It's like going on Pornhub and saying, why are there nude ladies having sex? Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. And even if they're a talented artist, they still suck as a person. How do you know that? Because this, so let me get this straight. Your judgment of a character of a person, your judgment of a character is based on their Twitter likes. Your judgment of a character is based on the things that they draw. Which, I mean, considering what Sakimi-chan drew every day, these are very safe choices. These are clearly very popular characters. An, Makoto, all the Persona characters, the Pokemon trainers. These are all very popular characters. She's drawing them in lewd fashion, just like every artist in the world ever. God forbid. Apparently that's your judgment? That's how you judge people these days? You judge them based on Twitter likes and what they draw, I guess. There's also this conversation. How? It's just fucking porn. It's not real. We all know that this shit happened when we all know that shit happened. We're not fucking blind. But do note that it was years ago. Normal sane people can differentiate fiction with reality. The fact that you want to judge someone over art is bad enough. Okay, Slendy, you are absolutely based. I'm gonna give a huge claps of you, Slendy. That is an absolutely based take. Correct. Absolutely correct, Slendy. Based take. Absolutely best base take right there. But It goes on. It becomes real once people start throwing around racial slurs and fetishizing the background this shitty character comes from. What happens to natives is constant. We're still suffering. I have no idea what the context of the conversation is. You're obviously white and ignorant, but I know friends with grandparents that were affected by residential schools and the 60s scoop. It wasn't that long ago at all. It doesn't hurt to learn a little or to be wrong. That's pretty fucking bad how you assume one's race. No, I'm not white. I'm Hispanic. Even if I was white, that insult still doesn't make sense. And to be honest, your statement would make you'd be racist towards white. Wow. Slendy, absolutely base. Base Slendy coming in with the base sticks. God bless you, Slendy. God bless. Oh my, okay, my bad. You sound white. Whoa! Whoa! What the Jesus! You sound white? Whoa! Jesus! What? Wow! Imagine saying that to a Hispanic or any other person of color. You sound white. Oh my god! You know what? I'm gonna play that mission from GTA 5. I need that mission from GTA 5. Yeah, sorry GTA 5 Walter. I'm grabbing your clips. I'm grabbing your clip. I need to play this particular clip where do you know that clip where where Franklin decided to step on back to his house? This particular clip, this scene in GTA 5.
Don't you step foot in this yard.
Why? It's half my house.
Now I'ma call the police.
For what?
Disloyalty, boy.
Disloyalty? What is you talking about? Don't act like you don't know what it is, homebolio.
I love this conversation so much.
Ain't came to none of the meetings.
Hanging out with old men, ignoring your homies, acting all superior. Your mama would turn over in her grave, boy.
So you giving me a lecture about not being a good enough gangbanger?
Base
So you
Franklin.
giving me a lecture about not being a good enough gangbanger?
Fucking base Franklin right there. Absolutely base Franklin. Just give a huge gold clap on Franklin right there. Oh, based, absolutely based Franklin. Yeah. Yeah, Franklin. Man, I miss GTA 5. Base Homebolio. Okay, my bad, you sound white. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. Oh, how dare you decided to do things that are not black or are not person of color. Anyway, it's impossible to be racist to white people because they're the ones who created it for the sole purpose of harming other races. Well, you called a Hispanic sounding white, and you clearly put the notation. You clearly implied that being white is bad for a person of color. In the same way that Franklin deciding to commit heist missions with Michael and the rest, joining a white man, in the same way that him not being loyal to his black homies is bad. Oh my god. It does make sense because white people like to pretend they don't know what racism is when they see it. But you are the one who implied that being white is bad, and you're the one who said to a Hispanic that he sounded white, or he or she sounded white. Come on, y'all. Come on. You're a white Hispanic. You can't even use the word Latino. Oh, wow. Wow. Damn. You're too white for us. You're a Hispanic, yes, but you are too white for us. I mean, there's no racism against white people, guys. There's none. And if you had indigenous blood, you'd mention it just because it would give you some rights to talk about it. Wow. Just look at these people. Aren't these people the most pleasant people you've ever interacted with in social media? And Slendy comes in with the reply. Well, would you look at that? I am brown. My dad is from Honduras. Honduras is in Central America, which is inhabited by a lot of natives. My mom is a white Mexican, mostly from Spaniard descent. Shut the fuck up. Fucking Slendy just coming in with the... Oh, jeez. Slendy, god damn. Shut the fuck up indeed. Absolutely based. Oh, damn. Oh, now I understand. You're a privileged kid. Whoa, Jesus! That's the reply, apparently. That's the reply. Okay, you're going to move the goalposts right now. Okay, you're not Native American. You're not Hispanic enough. Oh, but I am though. Oh, but you're privileged. Yeah, keep on moving the goalposts until you somehow become the better person in the conversation. You're clearly not. So I'm gonna give gold, huge claps for Slendy to winning this conversation. Just straight up taking down all of these freaking races. Absolutely base. Jeez. Anyway, fuck off. If people don't want to get involved in all of this for the sake of their mental health, or would you rather keep it to themselves and do their own thing, then they should be allowed to do so. They shouldn't have to worry about being called a racist for no goddamn reason. Exactly. Kinskun, that is a base take. Sorry, can't use that excuse when people's lives are being taken. So, people die, therefore be a racist. I'm not exactly following your logic here. 6760 donated to $1. Imagine if Slendy mentioned that he's also disabled after being told that his brain hasn't developed yet. Oh, God. Ugh. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Sorry, can't use this excuse when people's lives are being taken. Yeah, so your logic is people die, therefore be an asshole to people. No. When you have an audience as well, your silence says everything we need to know. You are okay with all of this. Clearly, you haven't read the apology post, which she clearly stated that she's not okay. But it doesn't matter to you because she doesn't do it enough. She doesn't do it in your particular standards. Why should we follow your standards again? Nobody has to speak up if they don't want to. Kinskun, once again, you are absolutely... Give huge claps to Kinskun right there. Base, absolutely base stick. Exactly. Correcto mundo. Then stay part of the problem. There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you are not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. If you do not adhere to my particular political belief, if you do not agree to every single thing that I say and I told you to do so, you are part of the problem. That's the Twitter mentality that we're going in, folks. That's the Twitter politics mentality that you need to go to. Staying silent is a choice that indicates something else entirely. And really, it's not the steps she should have taken, since it shows she's taken a side. No. Maybe to the politically freaking crazies, maybe to the absolute extreme of the political spectrum, you would perceive that people who would take a neutral side, who do not want to take any side, who do not want to be bothered themselves with the politics in general, maybe you would have this mindset that these people are definitely, and I mean, these people are definitely the enemies, but clearly not. So, jeez. Why sexualizing fictional minors is a problem since y'all does... well, here we go again. Why sexualizing fictional minors is a problem since y'all don't seem to understand a thread. One, I'm not saying fiction always equals reality, because you're right, it doesn't. You're obviously not gonna watch an anime about murder and then want to murder someone. I know that. But not safe for work is a whole different thing. Adults who are 18 plus and consume themselves in lowly, pedophilic plus, or incestuous ships or things is very disturbing. Okay, how? If the first thing you think of is when you see family members, minor friends, and older and younger people have relationships that are romantic, is that they fuck, you are predatory, period. That's not a normal mindset. It isn't a normal mindset, but do you assume that people who like incestuous ships or pedo or lowly ships of fictional characters in the fandom, do you assume that those people have the mindset to real world people? If they like a certain incest ship, do they automatically assume that every family member is automatically in an incestuous relationship? I'm pretty sure no. But I don't know the mindset of the Twitter or the incest fandom these days. I certainly wouldn't trust them either, but that's for different reasons. The moment you get into the mindset, it'll start to apply to normal life. Citation needed. This is how things work most times. If you consume content like that on a regular basis, your brain is going to think that it's okay, fictional or not. But you said that murder is not okay. I mean, isn't it the same thing as the one that you said about murder? If somebody consumes anime that is mostly centered on murder and they think that murder is, or an anime that centers on killing people, like say Black Lagoon, for example, wouldn't that also program this particular person to think that that's okay? this depends. This really depends on the person. This really depends on the people you're talking about. Visit to a 7 into 1 buck. Twitter seems to like appropriating the word y'all quite a lot. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Anyway, if you consume content like that on a regular basis, your brain's gonna think it's okay, fictional or not. If you're deciding to engage yourself in loli, which is fictional children made for people to get off on, at least you're aware of that, it opens the door for people to consume actual child porn. No? No. Citation needed on that. I need citations on that. It opens the door for people to consume actual child porn. No. I mean, it's clear that the lolis in question are fictional children, and they are designed to look like fictional children. They're not exactly designed to actually look like, oh, whoa, my laptop just stumbled. They're not exactly designed to look like real human beings. Yeah, I'm pressing X on that one as well. To consume actual child porn, which is extremely gross and inhumane. You're a predator. I don't care if it's not illegal, it's still extremely gross. Yeah, your point is gross. If you're grossed out by it, that's fine. But don't call these people actual pedophiles of actual real children in the real world. If you use things like this to cope, that is very unhealthy. Please seek some kind of therapy, no joke. And also stop speaking over minors and saying we're sensitive because it's where. So you are a minor then. Yeah, I'm just saying you don't exactly have a place in discussing about these not safe for work things. Actually, you shouldn't be discussing this not safe for work things at all. Like seriously, why even? I don't care if it states your account is 18 plus. If it's a public plus account, people are gonna see that. If it aren't 18 plus, whether you like it or not. And I won't argue with you, so you don't try. So don't try. I will block you instantly. Well, here are the kind of clowns that comes up in the meme stream. The kinds of clowns who refuse to have an argument with people, who refuse to have any sorts of discussions with people, and they decided to just block people preemptively and tell people, hey, if you disagree with me, I will block you. Well, you're in for the stream. Actually, a lot of these people are in the first stream because they decided to argue with people and talk shit to others, but they won't actually engage in conversation themselves. But anyway, this person actually provides citations. Well, good for you, but here's the thing. A lot of these citations are wrong, so let this person over here shows you. So Discourse Catharsis, this account here tries to show the citation that this person is trying to cite on examples of how fiction affecting reality. Source number 1 is just very general and basic. Fictional characters can influence readers in real life, a study has found. Durham University researchers surveyed more than 1,500 readers and asked 400 of those to provide detailed descriptions of their experiences with a book. 19% of those said that the voices of fictional characters stayed with them after they had finished reading, influences the tones of their thoughts and even directly speaking to them. Yeah, but they don't exactly influence their actions in real life, though. They do have an influence, definitely. They do have an emotional impact or any sort of impact to the particular reader. I mean, any fictional content would have some sort of impact to the reader in some way or the other, to the person who enjoyed them, but not exactly influence them to commit certain actions. According to one of the paper's authors, writer and psychologist Charles Fernyhough, the studies shows how readers of fiction are actively recreating the roles and characters described to the writer, but they are not actively trying to do the things that the fictional characters that are being referred to are doing in the particular story, right? So this doesn't disprove your point. So examples of fiction affecting reality, yes, it does. We're not saying that it didn't. Of course, it is affecting the people who are reading them emotionally. I mean, we wouldn't have fiction if it doesn't affect us emotionally. We wouldn't love fictional entertainment if it doesn't affect us emotionally in some way. But we are asking is if those particular fictional content actually influence people in doing the bad things that you're referring to, which they're not. And it continues. This Tumblr post actually contradicts them. I literally spoke to the person who wrote this post today. She's a pro shipper. Oh! Woo-hoo-hoo! Wow. And that's the thing. One source of influence is not enough. If a child saw something on TV, but then something completely contrary in real life, it wouldn't stick so easily unless there were more factors involved. A child who is more impersonable than their peers, or a child who is lonely and finds solace in the fictional world and television. Now think about shipping. Fanfics and fan arts won't make child think that being in a relationship with an adult is okay. There needs to be at least a second channel to make that information content cement as a fact. So in other words, there are many other factors that makes people to think that, say, incest ship or lowly ships or any of these being in a relationship with adult in real life, a minor having a relationship with adults in real life is perfectly okay. There are other factors that contribute to that particular dilemma. So, an article published by the Journal of Pediatrics titled Impact of Music, Music Lyrics, and Music Videos on Children and Youth reinforces this idea. Although the emotional response to music depends on the way it is presented, it is also true that it is closely related to the age of the listener and the experiences of preconceived ideas they bring to the music. In other words, there are many other factors that determine why people do certain actions, especially a lot of these bad actions. It's not just the fictional content themselves. Again, this video is about how fiction influences our imagination, inspires us, etc. Nothing about sexualizing fictional characters. The next source is that video games make people violent. Whoa, wow. Yeah, you just cited an article that talks about how video games make people violent. So you are basically equating the two as exactly the same thing. So, yeah. Not a good argument. The argument that boomers make. Nothing about sexualizing fictional characters. Yeah. And there's also this one. How fiction affects your brain. Yeah. Another general basic article that fiction can affect your perspective on things. Yeah. No, duh. Well, duh. Still nothing about fiction will cause you to commit literal crimes and go against morals already instilled in you. So again, these sources that this person is trying to cite about how fiction is going to make people to do bad things. Okay, fiction does affect reality. But it's not going to affect the people who are reading them, at least. That's what I define to as a reality. But it's not going to make these people to automatically become pedophiles or something. It's not going to turn people to pedophiles. And last two I haven't read because one, I don't have a New York Times account, and two, the second one is long. Pretty sure it's a physical brain study. Either way, clearly OP didn't read what they linked either. So, Discourse Rants, Discourse Catharsis, good job for debunking a lot of these arguments. I'm gonna give a huge claps for this. Absolutely base threat of debunking a lot of these claims. So, absolutely good job for you. Absolutely good for you for debunking a lot of these BS claims. I wish more people do that on Twitter. But there's also this. Yes, silence can be violence, but these celebs should shut up. Too many black stars have made comments condemning the movement for Black Lives. It may be time to leave some of your favorites behind. Silence can be violence, but these celebs should shut up. But if they shut up, that will be violence, though. It's Huffington Post. If silence can be violence, and you tell these celebrities to shut up, then you are basically saying that these celebrities are perfectly okay to commit violence to others. Is that what you're trying to say, Huffington Post? Maybe you should word your title a little bit better instead of saying these very general, very broad words that can describe literally anything. Not exactly a very descriptive title of what you're trying to say, Huffington Post. Anyway, what is this? Society, if Joker minded his own business. Oh my god. If Joker minded his own business, ultimately preventing the events of Persona 5 from happening and ever existing as a game. Well, no, it wouldn't be a good society because An is still being abused by the freaking teacher. I forgot his fucking name. Yusuke is being abused by his mentor. The Yakuza guy is still running amok. So Kamoshida, there you go. Shido is still running amok too, and Joker is still being falsely accused of a crime he didn't commit. So not exactly a fresh world. An would have continually been sexually abused and likely done so throughout her adult modeling career. Ryuji would have dropped out of high school and likely being incarcerated for a crime he never committed. Damn! I actually want to see this alternative universe where all of the characters are fucked. Yusuke would have never found out to kill his mom. Yeah, I want to see this. Can anybody make a fan fiction of this? I want to see the alternative universe where the persona never happened, Joker never got the persona, and all of the characters are basically fucked. Good. Whoa. Well, good. Yeah, it's good that An would be continually sexually abused. Ryuji would have been dropped out of high school, and Yusuke would have never found out who killed his mom. Yeah, I suppose at least I'm saying it's good for a story, for a potential alternative universe, but not a good fate for the characters. Maybe you need to define what you mean as good. Jeez, these people. Anyway, spell your name in Japanese. Okay, so you got this person who's trying to spell people's names in Japanese. So if you have a letter, if your name or whatever. Oh, by the way, don't do that. Don't do that. Please do not do that. Whoever doing any in the chat, please do not spell your name, because doing so would actually reveal your real name, and I don't want to do, and I don't want anybody in the chat to do that. So please, for the love of God, if you're trying to protect yourself, don't follow on this particular game and dox yourself accidentally. So don't, don't follow it. You have been warned. So anyway, yeah, spell your name in Japanese. That's one way for you to do it, and that's just a bit of a little jab on Twitter, a bit of a joke that you can do. But I want to highlight this particular nice bait. I think the guy just doesn't want Persona 5 to exist in general. I am Japanese. Is this a quiz? Well, no, not really. This is just Westerners being dumb. No, Westerners just replacing letters that they have in a specific name to sound like a Japanese name. So unless if your real name is actually already out there, you can then go ahead and feel free to spell yourself if you want. But don't accidentally dox yourself in the chat, please. Don't be dumb. No, it's for stupid Americans. Yeah, exactly. This is all for those stupid Americans who don't exactly know how to actually learn Japanese. Actually, for the record, learn Japanese. I need to learn Japanese a little bit more, but yeah. But I want to talk about this particular, about the stupid Americans thing, because the Japanese have been rather brutal lately. Jesus fuck, Japanese folks are merciless when you piss them off. Okay, so let's find this. Let's check this out. Black journalist Bay McNeil in Japan have stated that he is disappointed with Japanese who refuse to empathize with Black Lives Matter protesters. He has mentioned that if you are all in our situation, you would have concocted Molotov cocktails and have thrown it at authorities. Are you Japanese, castrated or something? Jesus! You people actively discriminate Asians. Don't you dare involve us Japanese for your own self-centered cause. Damn! You mean we are castrated because we do not share your viewpoint or opinion? That is the very definition of discrimination. It is truly impossible to reason with their kind. Our cultural standards are different. This is why you people are treated like a girl. Whoa! Whoa! What? Jeez! Jesus! Oh my! I need Yokuyasu! Oh my God!
I heard it as clear as day. This sick fuck said the N-word.
Jesus! Jesus! Okuyasu! My God! You people deserve to be discriminated. Damn! Should we throw Molotov cocktails towards whites and blacks? Zainichi, get out. I knew it. All the sources of evil in the world stem from Kokujins. I think if the world get rid of these Kokujins, we can achieve peace. Oh my God! What are you expecting Japs to do? Idiot, we're not gonna throw a damn thing for the dead criminal. Oh my God! Jesus! You know, in Japan, it is more about Japs versus Gaijins. We don't care about white or black. Exactly. Don't you dare think we are equal to the barbarians who justify his crime. Oh my God! Damn! Japan, calm down! Oh, jeez. What did the Kankojin combining Korean and Kokijin says? Are you aware that Japs are human? Well, they clearly don't. So self-centered. Do they seriously believe that the world revolves around Kokujin? Discriminating black people is bad. We will hit on Yellow Monkey. Oh my God! What the hell is... I am sincerely glad I am born Japanese. Truly barbaric. They should have been exterminated. Whoa! Oh my God, these people are savage. Oh my God. Now, did you know why the Kokujin ended up as slave? Whoa! Oh my God! Jesus! Oh my God! Whoa! Fuck me! God damn! Japan! Hold the fuck up, Jesus! No, chill for these people. They are oblivious to the fact that they are being puppeted by China. Oh my god. Whew. Oh man, there's so much fire in here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god. So much, it's so fire, it's so burning in here. It's fucking lava, straight up. These Japanese are fucking merciless. Oh my god. But yeah, they are fucking merciless. But clearly some Twitterati's find this very offensive. Who would have thought years of slander and harassment towards Japanese people for not meeting Western values online will result in them hating on us? Actually, this is a good point. Actually, this is a good point. This is true. So years of slander and harassment towards Japanese people, years of absolute discrimination towards them and their product, as we have stated, as we have shown in the Last of Us thing. Yeah, that has caused them to become very, very xenophobic and racist towards Gaijins in general, not just the blacks, the black people. No, but seriously, fuck those guys. No, wait, so this is not a true statement? This is just you being sarcastic? But it is true though. The Japanese are a hermit society.
Okuyasu, I heard it as clear as day. This sick fuck said the N-word. I just remembered I have a meeting at 8:30. Racist!
Ooh, that's one generalization that and isolate themselves from the rest of the world. Just because they're borders and open and aren't ruled by a dictator don't mean they ain't ignorant. They care about themselves alone and only of their own peeps. Yeah, I wonder why. Oh man, those commenters were pretty bad, but I reckon a shocking handful of the population in Japan think the same. They ain't perfect, but I really don't think we should expect so much with our culture so widely different. It's just a harsh reminder that we are different. That is true. That is indeed true. We are indeed very different. And unfortunately, Japanese is not one of those people who you're going to just mock and expect no backlash from. I'm sorry. Actually, just no, foreigners in general. Don't mock foreigners or don't say that these foreigners are X or bad X, which is a bad thing, whatever. They gotta straight up make these comments. And yeah, they don't mince words. They don't mince words. Oh my god. SpongeBob SquarePants revealed as gay by Nickelodeon for Pride Month. Okay. First off, that's fake news. He is asexual, says the actual creator of SpongeBob, Steven Hillenburg. So, but unfortunately, he has passed away. So, his creation has been manipulated by the people who actually own the rights to be whatever they want. So they can just make him gay. Or whatever. They got yeah, that's not exactly from the real account, but still. Come on, y'all. Come on, who's exactly buying this new SpongeBob is somehow part of the GLBTQ plus whatever base SpongeBob. I knew it. I freaking knew it. Oh, what is this? A list of under-recognized LGBTQ plus labels to remember. Okay, agender, androgynous, androphilic, aromantic, asexual, animal gender. Animal gender. Please define what you mean as an animal gender, because that can lead into some unfortunate implications. Demi-gender, demi-boy, demi-girl, gender non-conforming, gynophilic, intersex, neopronoun users. Neopronoun. So, neopronoun, huh? Neopronoun. So there's the classic pronoun and then there's the neopronoun. Apparently, there's a neo pronoun, ladies and gentlemen. Omnisexual, polysexual, polyamorous, scoliosexual. The fuck is scoliosexual? A few more. Bi-lesbian. How can you be bisexual? Yes, well, if you are a bisexual, that means you can be a lesbian, but that's like saying by gay. By gay. Well, of course, if you are bisexual, that automatically means that half of you are gay, but you're not entirely gay. Pan-lesbian. Wouldn't that technically be just pan? How can you be both asexual and the lesbian at the same time? Ace is asexual, right? So how can you be both asexual and a lesbian? Sapphic? What the fuck is sapphic? Straight lesbian? Straight lesbian? I'm sorry. My mind has been... perhaps my computer has been playing Jedi mind tricks in here, but did I hear that right? Straight lesbian? Semi-bisexual? Wait, so somebody can be not exactly a bisexual? Anyone who uses the level above are valid and should be recognized and loved. If there's any more that I missed, please leave them in the replies. I mean... You're a walking contradiction. To quote that Green Day song. Is that the Green Day song? You're a walking contradiction. Hey, what is this? Men can't give me one valid reason why they hate Rostico and stuff. Really? Really? Do you want me to begin? Do you want me to start? And why a lot of people do not like Rostico's character in Star Wars? She behaves in a completely believable way for a character based in a franchise about rebellion. Y'all just petty misogynists. Ah, yes. So, people do not like Rose Tico because they just don't like women. Right? If you ever want to know why the Star Wars fanbase is toxic, have a look at the nice collection of replies in this tweet. Well, considering that you locked your particular account, it's very obvious that you're not very interested in any sort of conversation. So, yeah. Sorry, people disagree with you on the internet. And sorry that you got your account protected for such a petty thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to end with something wholesome. This is something that I don't know how old this news is, but I just got this particular this particular thing has been circulating on my timeline. So apparently there's a Japanese dad or otaku who is worried that he's an embarrassment to his kids. The son tells him exactly how he feels. So Takeworld12 asked him, "Aren't you embarrassed to have people to know that your dad is an otaku?" To which the boy replied, "Well, considering that all of these collections that you have, once your dad gets to be this big of an otaku, it starts being something you can brag about, doesn't it?" Damn. Damn, that is actually blessed. The family project seems to have formed a bond between them. As Takeworld12 thanks to his kids for all their support. Mentally, I'm the same age as my son, he says. But I hope you all continue to check out my photos. And if it's a multi-generational project and source of pride for the boy, there should be more great things to come in the future. Wow. Wow. Isn't that absolutely blessed? I mean, just the best boy right here. Coming in and accepting your father's hobbies, even if it looks pathetic to the world. Actually, no, these are not very pathetic. These are very cool. You have all of these freaking collections and everything like that. These are very cool. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be ashamed of yourself. Go ahead and play with all these toys. These are very cool toys, for the record. The fact that you have all of these collections, you clearly spend a lot of time and dedication for this. As long as you can still live a happy family life and still, provide food for your family and do all the basic responsibilities as a father, then I go ahead and collect all the toys that you want. So there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, there is that. That is a very, very nice and wholesome ending for the stream. We've been streaming for 3 hours right now, and damn, what a 3 hour it is. 3 hour it is. 426 viewers the last time of view count. I hope I need to refresh that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for joining in the stream. It has been an absolute pleasure. No, not you. Yeah. It's been an absolute pleasure having a stream with you guys. It has been a fun stream. Lots of cringy stuff. Lots of very base takes. Some are very base takes at least, but also lots of very dumb takes. Just clearly a way to highlight to you all that not a lot of people on the internet not a lot of people on the internet are crazy. There are definitely some people on the internet who are still doing their best to stay sane in this very insane part of the world. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for the stream. Thank you guys so much for all the donations. Donations greatly appreciated. I will confirm that it will not be allocated to The Last of Us Part 2. It will be allocated to a Hitman DLC, I guess. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you all in the next stream. Take care.